But in paint, that shit needs to go to an offline station, and then you can properly repair it like any body shop would, where you have to sand it down and whatever, and it takes a long time. And you have the curing of the paint, so you have to have a little whatever. So in paint, it's a little different of how you recover. But you learn those type of things, and those are heavy. Those are heavy handshakes. There's a lot of especially in here, it's a little different. We built the booth a little wider, and we don't have any fucking tracking stations. They're all stop and go, and they're fast, and they're efficient as hell. They actually are efficient, and they're pretty damn sealed. Relative my knowledge to isn't versus not any other car make. I don't know. They're probably better. That company is a German, like a German-based company.
Uh-huh.
Like Mercedes is using forever.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, and they also use them at G to fill the car, the filling system, for any type of any liquid. It's with their system. They're really good for fluid delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Except for mixed rooms, they're not good. Fuck what you heard. Like ASMR of trashing companies. But yeah, that's a fucking. Dylan got really nasty at that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I feel like we're talking about Dylan for a while.
This is gonna be the biggest chapter. I think this is an homage. This is a repentance for the feeling that you felt for him not being a part of that
Honestly,
picture.
Yeah.
Is this explanation of because this is a great dude. This is like Dylan's origin, legit his origin story.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Told by a fan because you are a fan.
Yeah, man. I believe in that motherfucker. I really do believe in him. And I was like, we gotta bring him to market. He needs to be a part of this shit. And he would kill it, and he has. He's done a great job. And he went from learning how to learning controls technician, making little changes. This is pre-version 16 Tia Portal. This is what do they call it? The 500 family, or at most 1200 family PLCs. And it was Siemens, step 7. It was
it was between where WinTC was apart from step 7.
Yeah, so
never separated.
That's why they called it
before it was even Tia.
Exactly. Exactly, bro. It's like Adam Bradley. Oh, I need a software for this. I need a software for that. Oh, I need that version of the food. It's can we just stop upgrading PLCs, man? Just keep them the same fucking thing. Just make a little change. You don't need to go from version 14 to 15 to 6. No, just 16.1, 16.2. we have so many numbers. You could have just kept it at 16. Minor revision. No. We need to make a new software. Now we need to upgrade everything. That's why some lines are version, some lines are 17.
18.
And potentially 20. You're like, what happened to 19? Apple. It's but
is this proprietary knowledge? Should I cut this?
You should probably, cut, yeah.
Cut.
At least that part.
Yeah.
But Dylan went from and this is also, anybody watching me would understand. Anybody that was a part of that shop, and I hope that your watchers watch this shit. Really pay attention. There's this part called color sort. If you know color sort, that logic, you're a fucking maniac. You're an actual fucking maniac. It's the most insane. Imagine I can't get into the details. I cannot get into those details, but it's it's just the logic is so crazy. And whenever we ever had a call with color sort, everybody was like, "Fuck, who's gonna take this one? Because you're gonna be here a while." But Dylan was excited about that type of shit, and he killed it. He killed it in paint, and he changed. My manager left at least our manager left that department, and he was left with somebody called Sam. I can't pronounce his last name, and I don't want to butcher it. But he's the guy that taught Dylan about every time Dylan had a problem, it was open a manual. If you're the difference in an equipment technician and a controls guy, this is in the paint world, was the ability to open a manual.
Mm-hmm.
and being able to analyze, see the information that you need, and put it to use. And if you don't know that, then you're not fit for this team. So Dylan would be big on that shit. All right, I gotta open a manual. He'll learn the device. He'll learn it. So, like, he's probably the reason why we use area scanners in a lot of places, other than it being the new norm. But like, is very big. Like, people, there's an unspoken rule or like an unspoken culture that doesn't want to adapt. We have old dogs in the controls world that don't want to adopt to the next thing, and it's normal. It's a very normal thing throughout. It's not just a problem. It's throughout the whole industry. But the trick is having it in a way where you upgrade to the new standard and everybody learning it, like everybody getting, like, being a part of that process. But if you don't have somebody that's like, let's go, nobody's gonna give a fuck. That's why we have PLCs that are different versions in the same shop. Mm-hmm. The next was like that. Right now, if you know Alan Bradley and you wanted to
why do we have different versions in the same? Like
why?
that, I mean, that's a manufacturing engineer decision, no?
Old dogs. That's not a manufacturing
engineer. Old dogs.
That's why you have different versions in the shop.
What do you mean old dogs?
Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah, but why does that explain why we have version 16 and 17 in the same shop?
Why do we use finger swipes, and why don't we have dome light push buttons in every station?
Everybody has their own taste.
Where do you think the finger swipes come from? Why do we have finger swipes everywhere? And fucking, why do we have? Do you have them in?
Yeah, somewhere. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know the position of that fucking finger swipe? Does that make sense to you? Where it is? Okay.
Actually, they use it way too much. They actually have like some doubles. I shit you not. There's like a station where it has like it's like swing your swipe these two or these two or these two, and like it has a different.
You know when you do use that, like what the purpose of that is, so that you know that your hands are not in the way of a machine before you make it, right? But because we're so used to them, it is a standard.
It is a standard because we're used to them.
Because we're used to them. And just now, like, you know what the new standard is?
Jira?
You know, yeah, I love Jira. I hate it. Oh, you know what the new standard is? The new standard is push button dome light. I don't need to turn around to fucking finger blast the fucking finger swipe, because I don't know if whether or not I hit the reset properly.
Yeah. So
the dome light is instant feedback. I slap it on my way out of the cell, and I don't got to orientate my body to fucking finger swipe.
Yeah.
But where does that come from? Why do we still use finger swipes? Old dogs. Why the fuck are we using version 16 when we're already at 18? Yeah. And going on 19 and 20?
Yeah.
Old dogs.
Sorry, I gotta take a piss again.
Go.
Oh man. Before we move on, so we were talking about Dylan and
I mean, to finish it, because we're right there at the end. Might as well finish it.
Might as well. I mean, you can't leave us with blue balls, man.
So he got to that point where he was taking calls on his own. He was on nights. He was pretty much defending the shop, just two guys. And there was days that he can just defend the shop on his own, like hold down the shop, hold down the fort. And that's a pretty big thing for controls guys. Like, that's like when we graduate to, all right, there's nothing that I can't figure out, kind of, but there's still things that I know there's things I can't figure out, but I know that I've built a really good
foundation.
Yeah, like a good foundation to kind of like troubleshoot and get to that fix, which a lot of it includes, a big part of it, even now, is still opening a manual. And those are like those, it's like when you're learning golf, like you have to learn the fundamentals before you can start like making little tweaks to the swing to get what you want, or like the shot shape or whatever. It's like you have to learn the basics first. You have to learn how to hit it in a basic way, and then you learn how to go on from there. Like walk before you run. It's no different. There's not going to be a genius that just figures it all out. You need to learn the software to do what you want. And
sometimes you got to run before you can walk.
Yeah, I mean, you have to, but that is where I bring in, I say this a lot to people. It's like, and a lot of, like growing up, I'm just going to say the fucking reference, then I'll get lost. The most amount of reference experience in the shortest amount of time possible. That's how you pick up. That's how you really pick up controls. You want to learn controls? I want to be a controls guy. I want to be a controls guy. It's like, bro, yes, I know that I can feel it in your voice. I know what you're saying. But you want to be a controls guy? I'm going to be, and at this point, and you can ask any tech that I'm teaching right now how to be a controls guy. I say the same shit and I give them the same explanation. It's like, you know the Oracle in the Matrix where they're like the Oracle says, you're not asking the right questions, Neo. Whatever the fuck. Like he's trying to ask a question and she's like, you're not asking the right questions. And she continuously says or whatever. It's like, you got to ask the right questions to get the correct response. And I'm not going to do your job for you. I'm not going to be like, all right, let me show you how to download to an HMI. Let me show you how to open up a PLC. Let me show you how to add a server. If I'm telling you that you're not asking the right questions, and if you were to ask me something, like how do I do this? And I have a rule. If you were to ask me something, I'm gonna challenge it because I need you to be challenged because I'm not gonna be there sometimes. I need you to think critically. Give me that, and I'll help you. Nobody wants to help the guy that's just sitting in their car texting with the hood up while they're broken down. But if you see a guy pushing a car, it's not that good of an analogy, but you see a guy pushing a car, you're like, all right, I'm gonna pull out and help him.
Guy, you know, like tweaking, like looking in there, like burning himself, like, fuck.
You're like, shit, let me pull over, let me help him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people are willing to help people that are willing to help themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And
say that one more time.
People are willing to help those who are willing to help themselves first. And I learned this in Toyota. My mentors used to push this a lot. That and also the other main thing was like when you're learning, and at that time it was a month. I don't know how it is now. For the first month, you can go to your mentor whenever the fuck you have a problem. Anything. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's a like downloading a software, if it's how to open Katia, how to how to open up a certain file. Where can I find a certain file?
Walters, we need a mentorship program.
Absolutely. Interns, also, you need a mentorship program. I think they're doing it already. Should ask Larry about it when you get the chance.
But for technicians.
Yeah. There's a mentorship program.
Already. Like even technician on technician or technician on supervisor.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That because it does two things. Like, like when you're teaching, it helps you solidify information.
Yeah. It's like when you're teaching, you're actually learning still.
And yeah, like I think that's a good.
It's task. Like you're practicing recall.
Like that. That was kind of hot. And
that was kind of hot.
No, it's like hot. Like
it's cool now that the seasons are changing.
Yeah,
I love seasons, dude. I love that the weather changes. Like my ideal place would be living in a area where you experience all seasons: winter, summer, spring.
Nevada,
bro. That'd be the place to be if I can have like all my family and friends and like close connections to all go with me and build a community out there.
100%.
That would be.
I would too.
Amazing.
I would too. I just can't stand the time change.
And it seems like they're serious about wanting to stop the time change.
Not even that. Like right now, I'm only an hour away from Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least an hour in terms of like time zone.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, your foundation is still in Florida.
Yeah, that's a little. Like my brother, like my other brother's in Seattle, and then the middle brother is in
mm-hmm.
Gene's in Xavier's in Dylan, like my boys, my family, like they're here in Austin, Texas. It's a great place to be, I think.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't see it that way, and it makes sense, yeah. But it is a good place to be.
I mean, the only downside here is heat.
Yeah, no, it's hot as fuck.
That's it. But
we don't have the salt water.
But in the same way, it kind of gives it the character the uniqueness apart from others.
That's true.
It's like even though it sucks, like the heat sucks here. There's enough cool people that that like it here enough to just embrace the suck.
Yeah, when you're making money, dude.
And you're making money on that. It's not bad at all.
Shit, I wish I made this in Miami. It'd be cool.
Made what in Miami?
Made this amount of money in Miami.
Oh yeah.
But to finish the Dylan story. I'm sorry. Let's finish.
Shout out Dylan.
He got really good at that, and then when I went to Texas, I was like, we need to fucking hire this guy because he is the guy, and he made it to there to start up paint, and then he was pretty much the controls guy for plastics paint. Like the reason that shop ramped up so damn hard was because of Dylan. I don't care what anybody says.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I was in body for a bit. Right, I was born in body. I'm always gonna be body. Body's the best department. Fuck what you heard. Anybody that's in cell, battery, wherever the department. Body and white was where is that?
Shout out BIW.
Yeah. Even if you go to do body and white shit, fuck GA.
I mean, they're basically the same thing now.
Yeah, for real. GA is like my second. But body and white's always been the best.
Shout out those GA engineers.
Yeah, GA is dope. GA is a very complex place to work. If you want to be a part of like a lot of urgency, or you know when you get those stupid ass want to be a part of a high paced environment, you know, fixing real world problems, all that shit. Go to fucking GA, go to body and white, and fucking do your time. Get some shit done. Learn how to be a technician. Get your hands dirty. And then go to whatever the fuck. Retire if you want to in cell or whatever. I don't know what people do in cell. No, I'm kidding. No, cell's hard.
I actually have a cell guy coming in on Sunday.
No, I'm fucking around. I'm just shooting shit at, like, just bashing them. Paint's also, every department's going to have its toughness, especially if they're hiring. Yeah.
Optimist.
Yeah. Like that. And like, I think, yeah, and then Dylan went from that level of like fixing and solving to just like ME, like just commissioning, configuring devices to standard, learning a new standard, learning a new PLC. He did that shit so fast. He was hated by so many people. There's one guy that we just fucking all hate globally in paint. Like his name will go down as the most hated person in paint. And I don't even want to, I have that much respect for myself and him that I don't even want to say it.
But we all know who we're talking about.
He got fired, but but yeah, like if you're from paint, you know who even if you didn't work with that guy, you still know who the he is because that's how hated he was in that department. And then I brought him to body, and like I was like, bro, Mike, give him a chance, like he knows, like to Mike.
Oh, I remember that transition. Yeah,
and he's like, man, if you really believe in him, then yeah, let's do it. And I was like, Mike has been so happy with that decision. Mike was he even went to Dylan's birthday. I think twice.
Have your recommendations ever burned you?
Never. I've been.
Wow. So if you speak well about someone, it's.
Yeah. And they've never. It's not that they've never burned anybody, but I don't know if they have shit. Maybe in the back, somewhere out there. But like, you know, like you make a reference and it's like strange. It's like, oh, you're kind of like, you know, I referred you, so I want to make sure. But it wasn't, I never got to, that's like to me in like the hierarchy of, I don't know what it's called, the hierarchy of something, not of controls, but like, it's like the social hierarchy that like the bottom, the very minimum criteria is survival. To me, that's like a survival, like sentence, like, oh, like don't make me look bad type of thing. Like I'm not at that point. I'm like at like enlightenment. Like I'm past the survival, like I'm at the point where I'm like, I want people to see you as like the shit. Like that's what I want for you. I want you to have that information, even if it means I need to train you myself. But if I'm gonna train you myself, I'm gonna be the toughest person on you because I want you to be the shit. So that bad.
Toughest, but also the biggest cheerleader.
Yeah, it's strange. It's a strange relationship. So like I'll have a really big, I won't teach you, but I'll have a really high standard of you. Like I will hold you into the highest. So if like the guy next to you, if you're just on your phone, if I referred you and you're just on your phone, and then I go up to you and I talk to you, I talk some shit to you, and you say that you're bored.
Oh,
Man,
oh,
if you say you're bored in this field, man,
oh.
then you don't know enough. You don't care enough. Not that you don't know enough. You don't give a fuck. Consider yourself a person that doesn't give a fuck, and that's cool.
It's all right.
It's a fucking job at the end of the day. You're there to make a paycheck. Moving forward, this is like the next part of the conversation. No. I respect it. Like there is a big need. Nice, I got. There's a big need for the blue collar work and like the preventative maintenance type of work that like there's pump guys, there's special no, that shit makes me feel like shit. There's like, you know, like in paint we had a pump guy. We had a guy that we brought the pumps to. You know? We had specialists. Yeah, in paint we had specialists. You had a conveyor guy. We had a conveyor guy, bro. We don't have a conveyor guy in body weight.
Yeah.
Everybody's a conveyor guy.
How do you convince someone to be a conveyor guy?
How do you convince them?
Yeah.
You give them a huge incentive, or you give them a tech, and you call it a conveyor team, so like a rollerbed team.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine how many rollerbeds do we have in the shop. We rely on a technician that may be robot heavy, one technician that is robot heavy to look at his area that he normally works in, and either pick up the rollerbed knowledge, or have an understanding enough, or give a fuck enough to actually give a shit and look at the rollerbed and like perform the maintenance that's required. Or you just have a rollerbed guy or a team that goes through all your rollerbeds and that's their whole job. And then they'll go, because they're so fixed into that role, naturally they're going to be like, I want to learn robots. And then they start to teach themselves robots. And now that's how you build a conveyor guy. It's like you give them that incentive that, hey, I'll send you to the robot training if...
Yeah, but
not like that.
It never translates.
Not conditional.
There's a whole lot of... Like, if you're good at knowing... If you're a good robot guy, there is no guarantee that you're going to be a good, like, mechanical guy.
But that's the thing. That's what I mean, is that you have to find the mechanical guy. Yeah. And that's what I mean, that, like, some people don't see it as a career.
Yeah, like, you got to start with the mechanics and then work your way up to...
Like, people don't see that transition. They just see it like, I'm a technician and I'm in a role. It's, like, no different than being a parts associate or a production associate.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're just doing that role. You're just completing that task over and over and over again. You're recovering over and over and over again. And that's it. That's where it stops.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the learning stops. You've reached that cap. Your brain can't come up with the next step. So then you get bored.
You just come in, clock in, do your time, get the fuck out.
So sometimes, like what we did in paint, we hired a pump guy. We found a pump guy through LinkedIn and we hired him and he still works in paint to this day.
You got, like, the controls team found him?
No, like, I'm equipment engineer. So I'm everything team. Mm-hmm. It's the best way to make the best bang for your buck. Like, you can do everything. Equipment engineer, that's the general word. You can do your controls guy, electrical guy, mechanical guy. You have some specialty, but you should be able to do it all. That's how they get the most bang for their buck.
The equipment guy. The most sought after engineer is the equipment engineer.
I'll tell you a little after the... Yeah, so that's it. So Dylan went to WWII. He's a shit. Awesome, great. Dylan, you're the man. Thanks for kicking ass. Thanks for helping me in fucking space, not SpaceX, but in senior design.
You'll always have this. We'll always have this.
Yeah, and then what was the other topic we were about to get into?
Robot guy, mechanical guy.
Oh, fuck. That was a good one. That was a good one.
It was a good one. Shit.
Robot guy. And, like, you can teach.
You translate. You can teach.
I wish you could, like, go back in time and see.
Sorry, guys, if you wanted his answer for that. It's gone. Maybe we'll do part 2 if we figure out what the fuck we were talking about.
Fuck me, man. I forgot what it was. It was something about like you had a conveyor. Oh, yeah, that when you're teaching somebody to be a conveyor, like, person or whatever, you have to find them outside of work, and you have to, like, purposely bring them in. You have to be intentional about it. You have to be like, right, we found a guy that his specialty was rebuilding pumps and troubleshooting and, like, doing preventative maintenance to pumps. That was his job. And every paint shop needs to have a pump guy, because when shit hits the fan, it's either a pump or a motor in paint. It's always going to be that, one of those two.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, when shit hits the fan. if we have gigantic fans, and we have a lot of them, and there's always a big 150 horsepower, 200 horsepower. These are massive motherfuckers, and when you have to change them out, you're down. Pain is down, and that just stops body in white. That just starves GA. It sucks because you're a middle. The shop in the between. That's why that's such a big ass between body and white, like a big ass between body and white and GA, and it's all automated. And then GA to, I mean, body and white to paint, and then paint to GA. You have gigantic, a bit like because you have a, but you also have a short way. You have a, you like your routing. You know, like in terms of routing, you have a short way to build up, and if that ever gets filled, then you have a place where you can backtrack and throw it into. It's very efficient, very nice compared to paint in Fremont, but they still make it work. But yeah, like you have to build that specialty in because it's a. I don't think it. I want to say it's a dying field, but it's
not a
hard.
popular field.
And if you go to right now, you have a guy for everything. You have a Fronius guy. You have a SPR guy within the maintenance realm. You have a controls guy. You have multiple controls guys. If controls engineers can't figure it out, you know, or better, if maintenance can't figure it out, then. And I like that path that Larry had. That shit was really cool. Larry had a really cool path that he was like, why don't we get controls techs? And everybody was on the same page, but they didn't want to shift the headcount over. And it's kind of strange because in the world of controls, we are representatives of our manager. Like if you make a safety change, you're representing your manager. You're not doing it yourself. You're not the actual, like it's like by standard. If you read the standard, it says like your manager, controls manager is the one in charge of the safety in that shop. It's a pretty big task. So it's a lot of pressure.
Responsibility.
And most of the controls calls is, oh, a light curtain or an area scanner or, you know, like most, you know, they get, even though you don't need them for that. But if you ever needed to change the field, you need a controls engineer because we represent our controls manager.
That's why the password is so coveted.
Yeah.
It's important. Can't just, oh, we're down. Let's redraw the field. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Gotta get up and running.
And if you do know the password, that means you hold the liability. So if you do know the password, you should probably let your local controls engineer know so that they can change it, so that you can, you know, not be liable if you were to make a change. Now we know that you're liable. Like, you know, like that. We don't want that. We don't want you guys to carry that responsibility. That's why we're there. We don't want.
Someone needs to convey that to people.
Yeah, like I feel like we've lost the sense of training. That's why I say that AI can't take care of that job. You're in charge of a life at that point. Like, what's stopping me from going and changing a fucking thing so that a robot could enter earlier, not care about the light curtain and kill someone? That's for the proper training, and that's why you have like that's why you have a different team that checks your work. Or it's built into the person that does the safety change cannot be the person doing the safety buy-off. Never the same person. That's on purpose so that you have the proper, you know, checks and balances. Like that person is double checking your work. You're gonna be biased. So even at the 290 stage, this is something that maintenance is. What's the word? Oblivious.
Oblivious to, yeah.
It bothers me so much, man. When you get maintenance and you give production a line, like a brand new line. I've done this a few times now, enough to know this process flow. And you give them a line. The whole time that I'm designing this line, I'm thinking, before I think of, oh, would it make sense in a control? No, I'm like, does it make sense for maintenance? No? Okay, then we need to change it. This is the change that I want to propose. And if I can't come up with a concept, Eder or Travis or Ram or one of you guys or anybody that's around me that has, and you know who you are, that has knowledge of how a station should run, I'm going to ask for your advice because that's what I think is best for you and for the line. Not because I think it's, you know, my ego is going to get, no, it's like, no, this is serious. You guys are going to live with this. So why get anybody else's advice or know-how? And I think that's why a lot of technicians kind of respect me because of that like
kind of respect you.
I'm able to be like,
how many people do not respect you? do you have that feeling out of anybody?
It's built in. I always have that feeling about people. And it's like I trust that not everybody should trust me. I want my own checks and balances. I want people to check me sometimes.
You want people to affirm your beliefs.
I think in my field to do what I do, I need to doubt myself a lot. I need to. I can't be sure of things because it can cause catastrophic downtime. You have to make really good, educated guess on the fly. And sometimes you don't know the answer. And you got to know when to say, I don't know. That's not really a question. That's more of a story. But it's good shit.
You can't be afraid to say, I don't know.
Yeah, like a lot of people get stuck on that shit, man. They like their ego gets affected, or they're like, oh, why'd you go for controls if I'm right here? It's like, yeah, call your lead. Leads know a lot of shit. That's why they became a lead. If anything, you should be thriving to be your lead or understand or challenge your lead. Challenge him. Or them. Challenge them daily. Hey, do you know about this? Oh, no, I don't know. Or like, if you're at a breakdown and they don't know what's going on, all right, hey, can I get a supervisor? Like, should I call for a supervisor? You know, and like, notice that behavior. Are they saying yes? Are they saying no? And mirror it. Like, yeah, we should call for a supervisor because now you're able to see that your lead knows when to make that distinction of like, all right, yeah, we're gonna be fucking down. Pick up on that, you know? Pick up on that shit. Become to the people. Pick up on it. Like, use it to your advantage. You have that system. Use your lead. And then, if your lead doesn't know and they're properly able to say, no, we need controls, no, we need supervisor, we need whatever, help them make that call while they're troubleshooting. Don't let production get there first. Be a good tech. It'll only make your life better. Because by the time that your support arrives, that's one less report that you gotta write. And don't tell me you love writing reports, bro. I hate that shit. I'll do anything in my power to anything you need so that we could run so that you don't have to write a breakdown report or a shutdown report or fuck. It takes more brain power than required, like, than I think it's worth it sometimes, like for little shit. For little shit. And it's just because we took long to troubleshoot doesn't mean we're going to find a better way to solve it. Yes, we can find a permanent fix. But writing a report is not going to do that. Writing a report is going to cause more time wasted. You can write a message. You can write a smaller report. It doesn't have to be a formatted report. It could be just part of the pass down and somebody is being assigned to it. But having a meeting to talk about the fucking report and to have people assigned that are not related to the problem or have no idea.
It's accountability. How do you maintain accountability?
Yeah, but the problem is that we manage. You ready for this? We manage equipment. We lead people. Think of that. Fucking take that in for a second. Think of that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that is the management structure. I'm not a. Yes, I was a manager at one point, but that is how you like. That's how you get to those proactive type. You manage your equipment. You lead your people. Come up with a plan for the equipment before it goes down. Your machine will tell you when it will go down. And if there is a failure point, it will also tell you, unless you designed it into it. Yeah. If you didn't design it into it, you better start thinking of one because it will show you.
Yeah.
It'll experience instantaneous disassembly. And then you'll need to repair it on the fly.
Are you talking about the SpaceX trope, or is like when the rocket blows up, it didn't blow up. It was an unscheduled disassembly.
Unscheduled, there it is. What was the video that we were gonna watch right before we walked away?
Cut right back to this. The C-RAM test fire.
Oh, hit that shit. Sure.
C-RAM test fire. If you want to see this, go on YouTube and just type in C-RAM.
C-RAM stands for Counter Rocket Artillery and Mortar. and it's one of the most advanced and impressive air defense systems of the United States Armed Forces. CRAM tracks and destroys missiles, rockets, artillery, low-flying aircraft, and any other enemy threat that has penetrated other defense systems before they can hit their targets. This defense system is rapidly deployable as it's mounted on a trailer, and it provides very reliable day and night protection, knocking out 70 to 80% of rockets. CRAM accomplishes this through a perfect combination of cutting-edge sensors, a thermal imaging system, and CRAM's massive rate of fire isn't cheap. It costs about $40,000 per rocket destroyed, and that's on the top of $10 to $15 million price tag for each CRAM unit.
So when they talk about the Iron Dome and shit like that, it's just because they have a bunch of CRAM set up, like a perimeter. That's 7 years ago. And think about the technology. And you think they want to show people how they built it? No. But think of that. That's 7 years ago, that technology. Think of what the fuck we have now.
They have space lasers now.
Look at me.
It's all lasers now.
There's different types of CRAM.
Warfare. It's not so like tactical war. Robots eventually they're going to come to fruition, but right now it's that the lasers, the whatever space stuff we have up there. We have some pretty secretive shit up there, but that and drones. Drones have effectively made like warships on water ineffective. Because a warship is never going to get close enough to you if you send a swarm of drones to go destroy it first.
That's a good point. And that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Isn't there like a
drone?
book? Oh.
A drone can just know your face and come find you and kill you.
That's terrifying. Like, what is the defense to a drone?
Nothing. Another drone.
Or a drone shooting device.
Or electromagnetic like EMF, concentrated at one point.
Yeah,
maybe you could just do an EMF pulse and just render all. Especially if they're all battery powered.
That'd be cool,
dude. Imagine if they made a very good motor, like a car motor, that runs a drone instead of a battery.
Like one motor.
Yeah,
the big ass battery.
No battery, just the motor.
Well, how to run? Oh, you mean like the motor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but how it would need a propulsion mechanism. It needs some type of energy.
Yeah, I mean, like how do planes? I mean, they're not battery powered,
but they have fuel.
They have fuel. I mean, there you go. I mean, you just have to worry about fuel.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and you can make it destructive. Like you can make it or self-destructive. Like it doesn't need to come back to base.
It's a kamikaze, dog.
Yeah, bro.
Kamikaze drone. Dude, all drones are pretty much kamikaze drones. You ever seen any of the Ukraine footage?
Yeah, I have. It's crazy. That's pretty cool. That I mean, I don't want to say cool or not, but it's like it also sucks because like the people that are there, from what I've seen in the videos, they don't actually want to be there.
Mm-hmm. The Ukrainians,
either Ukrainians and Russians.
I think they're like prisoners that are actually at the front lines.
And that's terrifying. Like,
and North Koreans, that's what's so weird to me. How are you like willing to die for a different nation?
That is wild. There's so much that goes into that. But also, it's like you can teach like that whole concept that you can teach, like, depression, and you can teach certain emotions into kids and cultures that, like, whatever it takes.
Teach kids how to be transgender.
That shit. Yeah, there was that. I forgot what podcast that was. It was like that. I think it was the Elon and Joe Rogan one. They were talking about that. There's like you can teach a child to be what do you call it, like a mafioso, whatever, a ganguero. What's it called? Like you can teach a kid how to shoot a gun and be like, yo, go do this.
Mm-hmm.
Get it done. And he's gonna go do it. He has no idea.
What do you mean? Like involuntarily you just tell them and then they just do it?
Yeah.
Like a mentoring candidate type thing?
No, like you can teach a kid that it's normal. That's what you do at that age. You know? And then like he can live his whole life and be ready whenever you need him at the ready to. So you can teach that into your culture, but like I don't think a lot of people want to be in that war. From what I've seen.
In Ukraine,
Russia, yeah, they don't want to be in that.
Yeah.
So it's like they're gonna have more automation or like autonomy or whatever, like drones that are gonna come up and do the job. Or even not autonomy. They could be led by a human behind a screen, but like a
Or
destructive
an
drone.
AI.
But why don't we have like? I'm guessing there's rules for shit that you can and can't do during
There's
a
no
war.
more rules. There's no more rules.
So that's where I.
All the rules have been broken.
That's where it all
there's no
goes
more
back.
rules.
That's where it all goes back to that point in the conversation about the fucking atomic bomb and like, how is that not? How have these rules not been updated in that long? Like, should we shouldn't use atomic bomb
We've
within
all
the war.
been in autopilot for ever since World War II. We just kind of like, oh, we won. Take us, give us money, make everything cheaper. Consumerism. We don't care. We don't care about politics. We don't care what you guys are doing around the world. That's fine. Give me a flat screen TV. Go bomb whoever you need to bomb. Just give me a flat screen. Give me this phone, man.
Fuck. We are cooked.
They cooked this like the frog analogy. They cooked this in like boiling water. They slowly boiled the water. A lot of us are starting to feel that it's hot, dude. We need to get the fuck out of this goddamn water.
They just released Battlefield 6. They just, you're training. That's what you're doing. You're training for a war.
I'm training.
I mean, if you play Battlefield 6 or Call of Duty or whatever. Maybe not Call of Duty.
That's true, right? That they recruit like the best players out of those games to be able to be like drone operators and stuff like that.
It's propaganda at this point, right?
Propaganda.
Like I want to be in war at this point.
What is that word gets thrown around a whole lot, and I don't remember learning. I remember learning about it in school at some point, maybe high school, elementary school, or whatever propaganda was. Yellow journalism. You remember that? Yellow journalism.
But propaganda, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yellow journalism. Actually, I don't know. I can't speak on it. I just remember learning a bit about yellow journalism and then making it a big deal in school. I assume it's something akin to propaganda where, what is propaganda to you?
Advertisement of some hidden agenda that supports whatever that claim is, and what it actually looks like it's supporting is not actually what it is.
Yeah. I think of it as government-sponsored propaganda. I mean, government-sponsored information.
Like that, yeah. That's a way better way of saying it. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm going to just stop talking for the rest of the fucking... Just please. Just say words and I'll tell you when to stop.
Yeah. Government-sponsored information. And you would, so like the biggest misconception about growing up in America is that you think America is the freest of places to ever live, ever. And to an extent it was, or just like that is the idea of America, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then that makes you assume that there isn't propaganda being thrown at you. And well, since you assume that you're in a free place and your guard is down, give me all the propaganda.
Give me all that shit. Give me all that. I don't go TV. Give me a flat screen. Back to the flat screen.
Give me cheap ass microphones so I can make a podcast.
Oh. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there's no more rules, man. And to your point about the nuclear stuff, that is the scariest. That's why I sent that shit to you about Trump the other day.
Mm-hmm. That's terrifying. I just look at like Smarter Every Day. I love that channel.
Smarter Every Day.
Like, yeah, Grady. I think no, that's not Grady. Put that up on YouTube. That's on YouTube. But I love YouTube. I learned how to be a controls engineer on YouTube.
Same. Smarter. Oh, look, first thing. Smarter Every Day on YouTube, guys. Shout out.
And then you see that nuclear reactor one? It's long as fuck, but watch it when you can.
2 hours of something called refueling a nuclear reactor. Wow. There's a video of people refueling a nuclear.
Yes. And
I'm subscribing. I don't even know.
And you
it
should
has
see
11.8 million subscribers. That's impressive.
You should see the process. It's insane. You should see the safety that they take. You would be so grateful that you work at Tesla.
Compared to working at these nuclear facilities?
Probably making more money than they do. And
Do you
you're
think so? We make more money than these nuclear.
potentially, I have no idea. A lot of those things require a lot of specialty and a lot of training,
And all that clearance.
a lot of clearance. And you should see the levels as they walk in. I want you to, bro, it's like 30 minutes worth of just that footage. Just walking in. None of it having to do with actually being in the nuclear reactor room and all that. It's a long video, but I think it's worth the watch. It's really good. He's a nerd, but he tries to give it from the perspective of like I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's just try it. And he has the access. And not a lot of people get that access anywhere.
They're translators.
They like
Because it is a specific skill to be able to translate something really complex and translate it to something understandable to a
you
normie.
you gotta be obsessed with it, like to really be able to. But like the footage, out of 3 reactors, one of them is down. Like it's in a shutdown state. That's why shutdown reports don't make any fucking sense. Because if I do things during the shutdown, they're changing out the fuel rods. That's something you put on a shutdown report, but not a breakdown report. Because they're not broken down. You're welcome.
RCA.
Just fucked everybody up.
Vote for RCA.
Was that like the best line? RCA? Is that like the best line over there?
The bus line?
The best line at...
What's the bus line?
What's RCA stand for again?
Root cause analysis.
Oh, okay. Because there's a line in... called... And there's a 30-foot fire ladder to get to an adhesive gun.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw that drawing with that really tall ladder, I was like, an engineer will walk through a warehouse of naked women just to fuck a technician. And they did it with that 30-foot fucking ladder to get to the adhesive gun. And the engineer put that together.
Oh, you're saying, okay, so the analogy is that an engineer went through a warehouse of naked women that were all available to him, and he decided to bypass all of that. He said that I want to a technician.
Yep.
I want to make sweet love to a technician. That is my goal, and that is my focus.
And that's what he did.
And
then
that
he built
what
that
they did with
30-foot. You think about that. I got an adhesive fault. Give me a second. You almost got to. I think you got to tie off to go to that adhesive gun. Not only that, but you got to climb 30 feet worth of ladder, fire ladder, not a staircase, a ladder. That's man. Fuck, man. It's the same people that put that weird ass bolt at the back of the engine in a certain manner that you just can't reach it with a fucking. So you have to take the whole car apart just to get to it.
Mm-hmm.
That same engineer, but in our world. Yeah. Fucking A, bro.
Fucking A. Other than work, what else would you like to talk about?
What I like to talk about, I don't know. There's a lot of topics, man.
Yeah, I mean, because work consumes most of your headspace.
It does.
But other than work, what does consume your headspace?
Golf.
Lately.
Yeah.
What about golf? Like, what about golf causes you to consume most of your headspace?
I think I like that you versus you aspect a lot, and that's one of my favorite part. I think it's kind of tough to pick up golf and just start getting good at it. You can't just go with a friend and then they get good at it. It's like, because it's like a big investment. You have to. I mean, if you do it properly, it's a really small investment, but you got to know enough to be able to make it cheap. So, like for example, when you're learning how to play golf, one thing I do recommend is go to Goodwill, go on Facebook Marketplace, and buy the cheapest golf set that you can get, and hopefully it's a cavity back set. Hopefully it's cavity back, and then you start learning with that. like something that's forgiving, learning how to do all the basic motions. But once you do all of that and you get all the basic motions down, the intricacies of the shot change. It's like now you need to learn how to shape the shot where you want it to go. Now you need to learn how to gauge your strength. Now you need to learn how to reduce as many variables as possible so that you can get the smallest, like the least amount of extra points, which is what you don't want.
Mm-hmm.
You want to stay at par or better.
Yeah. But what got you like super interested in golf, and why should more people be interested in golf?
What got me into it, I think, my coworkers.
Mm-hmm. The
And
camaraderie.
my cousin, yeah. My cousin, yeah.
Oh yeah, Gene's all.
He's all golf, yeah. And when he got to
when he teaches, when he tries to explain something, dude, he's like you when you try to teach like control shit.
Yeah, man. You're not asking the right questions. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, like golf is really interesting because it's very social. It's like pickleball.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're playing pickleball is different because you have to play in a team.
Mm-hmm.
But in golf, you're kind of
usually
playing
with
against
your wife.
Yeah, it's frustrating sometimes. I don't, I've learned how not to say anything. Just like and breathe the air, and that's it. Just look at that. Oh, you could have gotten it. You were so close. She'll hate me for this. It's like that's I had to run. Like I'll tell her like, oh, I had to get it, babe. I had to. It's like she's like, yeah. Like I could have totally hit that. I'm like, you could have, but you did. You did it. That's why I'm here. Because as your backup, even though I'm hitting the ball for you, but as your backup. It always gets interesting when you go play as like couples.
Mm-hmm.
So like, let's say me and Anna, you and Carter go play, and we go to, but like in the intermediate, like the in between time when like the girls want to go take a like drink and just sit down, and then it's just the guys. Because I never learned the rules playing on my own, so I'm always asking. I know how to play it in group, but never on my own, like pickleball.
Mm-hmm.
And I get really competitive, especially if you're talking shit. Oh man,
Remember Scott Danny?
Scott Danny's nasty, right? I want to go play with him. He's disgusting.
Yeah.
You played with him there?
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And
there was some random people, and he would just shit on them so bad.
I almost
that was out. That was out. I don't care what you say. It's like, bro, I think these are your neighbors now.
Yeah. I know that about Scott Danny, bro. You think about fuck about.
Where's he at?
He's in Ford.
Shout out Scott Danny.
I think he's in Ford. Yeah, I think he's in Ford already. Or some
Ford?
contract.
Oh, he went back to Ford?
Yeah, man.
Shout out Dylan Stamber.
Yeah, man.
You never met him, but he's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
he's Scott Danny's one of Scott Danny's friends.
Dope. Pickleball. Yeah, man.
Pickleball.
It's a good sport. It's like golf. Like, so that's the thing. Golf is really nice like that. Like it kind of gets you into that mood. Like today, I played before the park.
Mm-hmm.
Like I went. I think Harvey Penick with my neighbor, my French neighbor, and another neighbor that I just met today.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Mike. He's like 6'9" or some shit. He's like a giant.
Soy la 6'9".
I've never seen somebody have a golf club that's 2 inches longer than normal. I never met, I never understood that was a concept. He's like, oh yeah, try them out. And I was like, the fuck is this? It's as long as fuck, and that's where I learned that, okay, when you're tall, you need to have a longer golf club and you have to learn a different swing. And
you would assume that the tall guys would have the best drive.
They do.
They do. Okay,
because
so it is new.
Yeah, you barely have to put power.
Yeah.
Like you have,
so all the leverage in the world. Physics is... The world was made for big people.
Yeah, I mean, you're fighting gravity a lot more, right? And you die faster or whatever because your body has to pump more. Either way, he was nasty. And every single drive, everything that he did, it looked effortless. And I was like, shit, man, this guy has power. Like, and me to get it there is like, I have this thing, like, it's like in baseball when you play baseball, right?
Baseball.
So then when you're in batting practice and you have somebody pitching at you, have you ever asked them to like pitch on the outside or something so that you can like try to strike it with the edge of the bat, like to get a different flight path?
Yeah, Oppo Taco.
Or go in, the opposite, so that you can get it again. You can open up differently to get a different flight path, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So golf is
Or
just like that,
Throw
except the ball's on.
curves,
Yeah, like that,
changes. Fuck with you, man.
But golf is like that, except the ball doesn't move. So you can decide.
Is golf harder than baseball?
It is more technical for like batting versus golf swing. I think golf swing is a lot more technical. It's not a golf swing. I mean, it's not a baseball swing. Like a baseball bat, it is not. And if you do, you're gonna slice. Like in other words, you go really right because you're causing a lot of spin on the ball. It's like a very basic baseball that you can tell who came from baseball type of thing. They all have this. Most of them have the same defects. Some of them pick it up really nicely. Like
I mean, you see me swing. What do you think? Is my swing a baseball swing?
It's like a baseball swing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you going right a lot?
I
You remember?
I don't.
You just hit the ball.
I just fucking.
That's another thing. In baseball, you don't actually aim like because it's it's the bullet on whatever approach. Like the ball is coming at you. You're not actually being like I'm gonna hit it to left field. Unless you really
Unless
know.
you're Cal Ripken Jr., fucking Tony Gwynn, the goats.
Unless
I mean, you can because the thing is, it's not up to you. It's up to you where the ball is at.
Yeah.
And the situation, because you could turn it up, you could crank it up, and you could try to hit dingers all day, every day.
Yeah, but what you want is line drives.
I mean, it depends on the.
Home runs really what you always want, but
yeah, but it always depends on the situation. Everything is so situational with baseball.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, if you have runners, if you have a runner on third base and you just need one more run to win the game, you are not under any circumstances looking for a home run. No way. It doesn't matter how big your ego is. For a fact, a home run is not what you want.
Yeah,
because your main prerogative is to get the guy from third base to home. And if a bunt is the best way to do it, that guy on third is
itching
a lightning bolt.
Mm-hmm.
All you need to do is put the ball in play.
Yeah,
and that dude's gonna get there. So your home run, everybody knows that. Barry Bonds will.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I miss being really into sports. I really do. Being into sports is such an innocent thing. It gets so emotional, but you feel the passion for it without any of the consequences, because it's not like you're going to cause a war because of how passionate you are with it. And whereas opposed to like if you get into politics, it's like things can get dicey so quick because you are actually talking about like human life and human existence and whether or not we're actually going to survive the next 100 years. I told Phil I have no faith that the human race is going to survive 100 years from now.
I don't have faith. Maybe 200.
Not 100. Maybe so like 100's already pushing it. I don't know what's going to happen in the next 10 years, man. I don't know what's going to happen in the next 2 years. Like everything's so hot and uncertain. Like right now, it's so hot, and I don't think a lot of people feel it, but it's so hot. Like the U.S. is like I told you, it's been number one for a while, and it fucked it. Like you think we're the good guys. Like a lot of people think we're the good guys overall.
We're not
the good guys.
Yeah.
We're not. We're definitely not a good example.
In our books at school, we're the fuck.
Oh, yeah, at school, yeah. But who gives you this? Who gives you the books? Department of Education.
Yeah.
There's a Department of Education, which means the government really is the one teaching your kids. You are giving your kids to the government to teach your kids.
Yeah. Like, that's why we have the highest literacy rates. I'm just kidding. No, we don't. No, we don't. Especially Texas, we do not.
Yeah.
Not that I care that much, but I kind of started caring once I realized, like, when we have kids, we're going to have them in this state.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, having kids is the biggest investment that you'll do to humanity. It's like it makes you bought into humanity, where a lot of people, I don't think they have a huge incentive to be bought into humanity.
I mean,
it's all very individualistic. So it's like, if I die, who gives? I don't have to really try.
I'm 34 14 years deep into a relationship. We still don't-
34? Oh, wait, no,
I'm 30.
14 years. Oh, you're 30?
I'm sorry, I mumble sometimes. I'm 30 and 14 years into a relationship, and we still don't have kids. We have 3 dogs and 2 cats, but we don't have kids.
Yeah. Dogs have really taken most of the weight from the because some people feel like they feel like, like a kid would be like a little mini Alex, that's where you would invest all your love and
Little
energy
Diablo.
into. Yeah. This is because you already invest, a lot of people already invest a whole lot of love and energy into their pets, into their dogs, because they feel this connection with their dog. But imagine with an actual like mini you.
Yep.
Like,
It's different. Changes a lot. And everybody at work has a kid, almost everybody.
mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's like I want to have a kid, but I'm also kind of like my older brother is married and he doesn't have kids yet.
Mm-hmm.
And also I come from a stranger place, I guess, that has traumatized my view on marriages. Like every marriage I know is divorced.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone. There's not a single marriage in Miami that I know that has survived.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that goes back into like why people get married. Like, what's the point of getting married? Like, what is? How do you select for that one person you're gonna get married with? No one really teaches that. That's not something you learn at school. That's something that kind of rests on the responsibility of like your parents or
And movies.
or movie. Yeah, movies, dude. Stories, whatever. Like, the somewhere is supposed to teach you like what is marriage and why is it important and why you have to like really think about who you're gonna like make that commitment to, because that's the main thing with dudes is like what you're offering is your commitment that you're gonna prioritize this woman and the offspring that you have with this woman for the rest of your life. That will be your priority.
Yeah. That's marriage. That's for Phil. I think we're gonna just get married next year or
Mhm.
something, probably at least legally, and then do
Yeah.
the process like the party and figure out how we're. I'd love to get married in DR.
Yeah.
It's like it's the equivalent of you guys.
Yeah.
Like, but like Anna just doesn't want to go to DR.
Yeah. We'll have two. I mean, we did two.
Oh, where?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
you did
did
one
two.
in
Colorado.
Colorado. On the damn.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded like that would be cool, except it'd be like probably Miami would probably make the most sense. It'd be nice to just, what I'd like to do is like rent a house on the water in Miami for that week or weekend or week, and then just get the whole family there for the week, and just do the thing at that house. That's it. That'd be to me that, but that's a lot of stress, and we're talking $100,000,
Yeah.
and like it's not worth it's not that it's like not worth it because that meaning has changed. Like back then, it was like a marriage of like 250 people. I think my parents told me that they saved up like $10K for it in New York in like 1990s or 1980s, like late 1980s. It's like in today's money, I don't know how much that would be, but that's like you can go by spending 40K or 70K in a wedding, and you'll never have that money. That money will never put money back in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially if you're already married. So how do you keep it? How do you keep it low?
Yeah.
How do you keep it low but fun and good?
Yeah.
You're never gonna get the 3, like fast, cheap, and good quality. Is like not gonna get that.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
I got to piss again. Sorry.
but
Yeah.
what's the phrase?
Hard men make
Strong.
oh,
hard?
strong men. I mean, strong.
No,
hard.
hard.
No,
Yeah,
I like
they're all hard.
Yeah.
A bunch of bricked up guys make soft times and shit. What the fuck is why you guys got a hard on?
Yeah. So, I think it's interchangeable. Hard, hard, strong, whatever.
Yeah.
Strong men make good times. Good times
I'm
make
so strong right now.
weak men. Weak men make bad times. Bad times make strong men.
Yeah, there you go. I got the biggest strong one. No, yeah, I agree with that statement.
Mm-hmm.
This guy named Pat that I worked with at Tesla, he's an old Ford guy.
Reliability guy.
whatever you want to call it. I'm kidding. No. There's like one guy I know that's an actual reliability engineer.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Sergio.
Paulina?
Is he still reliability?
Mhm.
He's probably like the only
Shout
real.
out, Sergio.
Oh, and Eder, yeah, that's a real reliability engineer. If there's one, if there's two, there's those two motherfuckers. I don't know the other ones. I haven't met them, but that's what I see as in an F1 team. Check what a reliability engineer does. That is a reliability engineer.
Mm-hmm.
You know where the term equipment engineer comes from? That's what we're gonna talk about. Way left field, but
I think we talked about enough about work. We're fucking let's dig into this like what it means to be a man thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like Pat Bannon taught me like certain rules of the trade and like how to work. And I didn't just learn like a lot about electrical in a very short time, enough to defend myself and install transformers and receptacles and shit. It's such a good skill to learn how to wire up a receptacle.
Mm-hmm.
Like I honestly believe that and my face is pretty high up, but 75% of equipment technicians know how to wire a receptacle. That's my belief. I'd say realistically it's probably 50 because of how many young people we're getting in that have not had blue collar experience before being a technician.
I would say more like 20.
Damn. You know what you would know. You would know. You actually would know. But in my department, everybody went, and I love you guys, man. But if you're gonna tell me that in your previous job you were a fucking electrician, and I hand you a receptacle and I say, "All right, wired, I'll be back." And when I come back, I can't take 5 steps before you tell me, "Yo, how do you do this?" I'm gonna show you how to do it, but don't tell me you were an electrician. Just do me the favor, and don't give me that hope. Because everybody that I've worked with that was an actual electrician before, and they made it very obvious. I mean, and anybody that's an electrician, it's like owning an Apple product. Like, don't worry, they'll tell you. Or like being a part of any military branch,
Mm-hmm.
they'll tell you, and they'll tell me, and then like I'll be, oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, you actually were. Okay, cool, thanks. I'll be back. You got this. Yeah, it's like
What was Pat?
Pat taught me how to do those type of tasks that are like basic, and like how to just do that task and do it, like how to execute a task without there being anything extra. Like I used to be the type of guy to be like, I'm taking my whole toolbox to work on this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
like it's engineer style. I'm gonna measure perfectly, and I'm gonna measure 3 times and then cut once. You know, all that shit. That shit all goes out the door once you started like to really build something or like do something at cycle time, but like physical with your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like electrical type of stuff. You're like, how can I get the least amount of tools to get the most work done? Even if it means that I don't have to bring a power tool, but I just brought less tools to do it. That all are the correct tool for the job. Yeah, like he taught me that part. And like my dad taught me, my dad never taught me anything electrical. He was always scared of me touching electrical. My dad knows electrical.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm older, I learned that my dad knew electrical all along.
You just never tell you?
It never told me. Like something at work. Like he's like,
I had the opposite problem. My dad knew all this shit. He learned all this shit, and he always wanted to teach me. I just never wanted to learn.
damn.
Talk
Shit.
about missed opportunity.
I told Anna that I want to pretend that we are the brokest people almost that like ever for our kids. Like we want our kids to go through hardship.
Yeah.
Not horrible, like traumatized, emotional shit, but we do want us to go through like, all right, I gotta learn how to change out blah in my car or whatever. I think that's a good skill to have. My dad did teach me that to some degree. And then I learned what the internet was. And like I can look up any manual, I can look up anything, and like I'll at least try. I didn't have money for tools, but you know,
Yeah.
I don't want you go off the air. Yeah.
What?
Can I hit the button?
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah. That's how you get by. But like my dad taught me how to use a lawnmower, cut grass, But I never learned how to use a gun.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're lucky for that, but that is what I would consider maybe a soft time.
Lucky for what?
Like, I haven't learned how to use a respirator or a gun or how to cook an MRE.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Like-
think if I wasn't curious, I
You
would
said
be
you're lucky for that?
Yeah, like we haven't had to do that. Like in Cuba, they had to do that shit. Maybe
Mhm.
not use a gun, but fend for yourself, all that shit.
Yeah, but why not still learn that, even though you don't need it, or at least hopefully?
Soft times.
Yeah.
That's that's kind of like the concept, right?
Uh-huh.
What do you? Yeah, like what is the? What is the best way to ensure that the next generation gets that type of, like, we're in a soft time, but how do you train them to be hard men? You know?
Well, we have to be hard men ourselves to be able to train someone.
So how do you
To
become
be
hard men?
I mean, right now, I think we're kind of like I'll use me as an example. I am way behind.
What do you mean?
Way behind. I'm just now realizing how weak, like how fucking. Well, maybe from the outside looking in, it doesn't seem this way, but in my mind, I am so pathetic.
Jesus Christ.
No discipline, like this just like a piece of shit. Like if I could define a piece of shit, it would be me.
Jesus Christ. El diablo, cabrón. Pero qué difícil. Oh, but
Yeah.
what type of piece of shit?
And all I like right now, at the very least, like I'm just kind of drowning in that. Well, not drowning it. I'm basically swimming in it. It's like I'm just accepting that I'm a piece of shit, and I'm just like in my head having that mental battle every day. Like, oh, you're such a piece of shit. Why don't you do something about it? Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'll be a piece of shit tomorrow too. Fuck it. Actually, no, I won't be a piece of shit tomorrow. I will, be productive. I won't just sleep in. I'll do something.
Do you snooze?
Huh?
Do you snooze?
I don't even have an alarm.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wait, are you on nights or days?
Well, that's the thing, is that I'm lucky in the sense that I just kind of wake up whenever I need to wake up.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
The future, ladies and gentlemen.
No, but my point is I'm definitely not where I want to be, and I want to get past the point of just acknowledging it. I actually need to do something about it, and maybe now that I'm talking about it publicly, I'll actually do something about it. But yeah, that is a major struggle that I've had, and the broader point being that I feel like more than not, a lot of Americans, at least, are kind of in the same boat as I am, where we're kind of pieces of shit, low discipline, people that can do better.
100%.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think we could always do better as a nation. We could always do better as people. I think there's nothing stopping us from becoming a better person every single day, or at least 1% better. I think that's a real thing. A lot of people. A lot of people get the it's like saying smart. I don't know. To me, like being a strong man. It's kind of like when people call people smart. It's like, what is smart to that person calling the other one smart?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, they don't know
There's no scale. I would say I'm smart in a certain way. I would say I'm retarded in most ways.
But it's subjective. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. But in most ways that you can think of, I'm probably really retarded. But in some ways, I'm kind of really smart.
Yeah.
But really smart. And the other, like most ways, are pretty retarded.
We have our weaknesses, I think
some more than others.
Yeah, some more than others. Yeah, man. I think I gotta pee real bad.
Let's do it. Mm-hmm.
I'm always worried that in a podcast, like, you can't go back and properly make those chapters because we jump around too many topics at the same time.
Yeah. That's been actually, that was one of the critiques Carlos brought up last podcast.
Yeah.
Is that we just kind of jump between like like topics, like what are we talking about? There's no like direction, like no one actually learns anything from it. But and I understand that critique because we should kind of at least spend at least 10 minutes per topic, right? You kind of like not just kind of jump around or because we never get to a point. The point is to get to a point, and a lot of the times we never get to a point.
Or make a stand.
Yeah, or make a stand. We're just kind of talking just to talk, you know, which is part of it. This is something because none of us are trained to talk. We're not trained talkers. We don't know how to communicate effectively with other human beings. Really, we never really had a class with the like how do I get my thoughts to be able to translate to you so that you can understand. Obviously, we speak English, but there's some that speak English a lot better in terms of being able to articulate their ideas.
100%.
But this is another reason why I'm really into politics nowadays. Or not just politics, really. It's not politics. To me, it's just learning ideas, like ideas and how the world works, how the world actually works. And if we're talking about like poor people, why are poor people like poor? Like, what is the root cause to that? Okay. If we found the root cause to that, all right. Well, I mean, where are the solutions? Who's making solutions here?
Not us.
Not us. Why not? Who's to blame here? Like, how does society work?
Yeah.
How are our system working?
Yeah. So really,
who's making sure that this shit's like this boat is gonna keep pumping?
Yeah, for real.
It's like we just assume that there's adults in the room everywhere, but now that we're adults, we kind of realize how like childish we really are at times.
Yeah, I still feel like I'm 16 or something.
Exactly, same. I do as well.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I got stuck in that realm, like the 18, 16 realm, because you kind of stop changing how you look that drastically. Like you don't look different, like as the years go by. At least I didn't.
Oh, I think I do. I think I'm pretty fucked. My eyes, especially, like I just look.
Like from the night shift, or you think it's just?
I don't know. I think I'm just unhealthy as.
Those. Yeah, I mean, I just realized like not like over the years, I haven't seen anything that's actually taken a huge effect.
A huge effect on
Like
what?
nothing's actually changed since like I was 20 maybe or even 18. If people were like, "Oh, when you get 30, you're back, and you're back, and you're back," it's like,
well, no,
I had back problems.
Nothing huge.
I wasn't marching band, bro. That was
Yeah.
back problems.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had a back problem.
Yeah.
I tried to pick up the fucking bed once in a weird angle, and I was fucked for the rest of the day. I was like, but that was normal. Like, cause you fucked up, you did something in a wrong angle. What about these people that are complaining about their backs? They're just doing things in a bad manner.
They just don't have core.
Or core. Yeah.
There's no core. Your
Core.
core is your biggest protection to get for your back. No one trains core. Even those that work out, they hardly train core.
That's true.
It's more arms, more chest. That's it.
That's it, bro. That's it. Like the pigeon, bro. You look like a pigeon. Yeah, I was like, I tried going to the gym again. I couldn't do it.
Really?
I can't do it. I can't do the extra time. I can't. Like, that's what I meant about the calories. Is like you can run, but like to get in your car to drive fucking far as hell to go and like do some extra weight. It's like I'd rather just work out at home and do calisthenics. That's what I do now.
Jiu-jitsu.
That's what was hell. It's like, and even running, it's like you can have.
That would be cool. Is if like you know how there's a group that's really involved in golf. There was a group that was really involved in jiu-jitsu, and we would just get together and fucking roll.
I think it's funny how like the commentary on jiu-jitsu that they're like always on there, like, oh yeah, you want to fight, and then they get to the floor and they're like, all right, come here, come at me, like on the floor.
It's funny until you understand how effective it is to just be on the floor, and when you just fucking
Diablo.
Dude, when me and Ram would used to roll, we didn't roll too much, but when we would roll, it was so. He's over here killing me. While he's talking shit, he's like talking shit. He's like, "Oh yeah, you're trying to run, bitch. Oh, fuck, I'm gonna get you, bitch. Get you, bitch." then he finally gets you and he's like choking you out and he's like, fucking tap, bitch. Tell me you fucking tap.
This guy, what the fuck? Like, so you're like, oh.
But you don't want to tap. That's the thing. You don't want to tap. Well, like what? That's the competitive thing about it. It's like while you're getting choked, you know you're getting choked. You know you're going to pass out, but it's probably you're not going to die. Also, the people that you're rolling with like that, they're not going to let you pass out. But they will try to push you to your limit. And in that sense, being like tap, like he's daring me to tap, but he's doing it in a way that's like disrespectful to in a way like, of course I'm not gonna tap. Like, like, I'm not tapping.
Yeah.
It's like you figure your way out of it, and sometimes you do. It's like they put you in this flight or fight mode where it's like, I don't care what the fuck I got to do. I got to get the fuck out of here. So you start, like inventing new ways and getting out of the bad situation.
Yeah, that's why I quit wrestling. Yeah.
You didn't like that. You didn't like the wrestling.
It's like the worst thing, man. When you like train for like 5 months, maybe.
Well, that's the thing is that jiu-jitsu, you're not training. You're just having. I saw it as just like a fun cardio to do once in a while, and then prove that hey, I could choke you out, dog.
Yeah, that's dope. That's cool.
Yeah.
I wish I had that experience.
There wasn't like a tournament or a fucking match that I'm.
No, we had to compete to be in a
competing.
team. I asked the coach. I was like, "Can I just practice and not compete?" He's like, "No. Estar en el equipo. Hay que competir." It was Brazilian Cuban, I think, or some shit. I don't fucking know. He's super cool. But though he had like a policy where like you needed to, and I saw people training with us that weren't in the team or weren't going to competition or whatever, and they were like, I was like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And it was because they used to be in the wrestling team at one point,
Mm-hmm.
so like they earned it, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But my first wrestling match, I went against somebody that had the ski mask. Look that up for like wrestling mask or some shit. Or like that's the thing is that luchadora is gonna come out. But like,
yeah.
But like it's like the America wrestling.
America.
Like if you were to break your nose, you wear this type of mask. It's like the basketball one that looks like a Jason mask.
Oh, yeah, kind of. Yeah, then all Mexican.
Yeah.
Dude, WWE used to be the shit, man.
Yeah, right? You grew up on that?
Dude, come on, man.
I used to believe all of it.
Same, 100%. Dude, I cried. I think I cried.
Damn.
Various times. Dude, WrestleMania. Oh, when Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, the bet they did for WrestleMania that if, because Undertaker has this like unbeatable streak or whatever. Do you remember this?
Something like that. Yeah.
Undertaker has this unbeatable streak, and then Shawn Michaels is over here talking shit. So then Undertaker, they make this match to where, okay, if Shawn Michaels wins, then that means Undertaker's streak is over. And that's like, oh no. But if Undertaker wins, Shawn Michaels has to end his career. Like from that day forward, he cannot like wrestle ever again in WWE.
I think I remember that episode.
Yeah. And that was at the tail end of my WWE fandom or whatever. That was towards the end, but it was a good storyline to follow.
It was so
also, have you ever been to one live? It's good.
No.
It's good.
No, I haven't been to one.
Dude, going to one live is also like the other part of the experience that most WWE fans should experience.
Okay.
Because even if you're not in, it's fake. That it's just drama. It's just dudes with drama. But they like the energy inside that arena that are reacting to everything. It's like you also like, oh, and then you like fucking bump chest with this other guy like, ah. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, it's like a redneck convention.
Yeah,
I love it. I love that energy. I love that shit. I like that they made like people that wanted to live out that dream.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess like celebrities that lived it out.
Mm-hmm.
Like as they are characters as well.
Yeah,
I think that's super dope. I love that. I love that for them.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, isn't like Bad Bunny a character, and isn't like Logan Paul now?
Yeah. That was cool. That was cool. I mean, and especially the high stakes shit that they do, like the flips and all that. It's fucking wild. Did you ever do that in a trampoline anywhere as a kid?
And
All
still
day,
to
every day.
this day, the one thing I would love to be able to do is a backflip. I'm always telling people like, do a
You never
backflip.
did a black?
No, I did a white flip. Kidding. No. I have never done a backflip without like. I
Oh,
can
hey.
do it with my hands touching the floor, but I can't do one like from the get, like just no hands, like when you tuck, all that. I haven't even attempted it. Like I have yet to attempt it. I'm scared to do it on a trampoline.
Anyway, before we close this out, I don't know. What do you think about this podcast? Do you think I should I just let it flow the way it's flowing? I like that I like that aspect of it, that it just kind of flows and whatever. But I also want to have like real like important conversations with people. Like I want to understand where they're at and their worldview of everything, because everything is changing so quickly that I think we need to start viewing each other like we're on the same team as opposed to opposing teams, and starting to kind of educate each other on like, hey, some real shit is happening, and we have to have some clarity here, and we have to find some truth, and the first step to that is being able to talk about it. So what do you believe is true that you don't think is super like comfortable to talk about?
Fuck.
It could be something small, like something for me that maybe might sound controversial or whatever, but something that I've come to realize is the transgender thing, and them trying to sell it like it's an okay thing to kids. Like,
Yeah.
to me,
cringe.
that's a like, listen, man, we can talk about it, we can argue about it, but to me, that is, don't fuck with the kids. Don't fuck with the kids. Like,
Yeah.
being if you want to be transgender, cool,
Do it.
do it,
Get it out there.
but don't try to sell it like it's a good thing for kids. Kids should always strive to be the best male that they can be and the best female that they could be. Like,
It's pretty
that's it.
controversial. Yeah.
That's it.
It's crazy that you have people that go against it.
Yeah.
Because there's two sides to it. It's like, oh, well, I'm going to let my kid do what they want. But it's like the same people that are pro-life or like the same person saying
Pro-choice.
Pro-choice, yeah.
Yeah.
But then it's like a problem. Or, it's like, I don't know. It's like a strange, it's a touchy.
It always gets to, don't tell me what to do with my own body. And it's a good point.
But it's not
right?
your body.
Yeah.
It's a child. Okay, that's like, all right, now we're pushing it.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, we're not even playing God at that point. It's like, you don't know. It depends on also the kid, too, because I grew up with people that are gay.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you gay?
One of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr.? Chepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good
having
morning.
me. Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
I grew up with people that are gay, like, and they were gay since the second grade.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a pretty young time to be gay.
Yeah.
Second grade?
It's like, I'm not even straight yet, man.
I'm not even straight.
Like, how you know you're gay? I'm not straight, bro. Like, what? I don't even know what straight is, man. Like, what?
Does your boyfriend know you're gay? Does your dad know you're gay? And you're like, no. It's like, oh, look, you're gay. Like, but that's like, they're like I knew that this kid was gay, and he had girlfriends,
Mm-hmm.
like, to prove himself otherwise, which I encourage.
Mm-hmm.
to
Well,
anybody.
that is a normal thing to do. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, let me.
Confirm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do it at work all day.
Mm-hmm.
We're all gay. I'm kidding. No, we're all we're fucking. I don't know what the word was. We're
We're faggots.
Yeah, we're faggots. We're trying to figure out who we are, coming of age, whatever. And then, like, he tried it, and then he is still gay. But, like, when people say, all right, like, fuck, I don't want to go that deep, but when people say, like, oh, is this something you learn? It's something you learn.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely something you learn.
Yeah.
If everybody around was a fucking Viking, Okay, no, Vikings did gay shit, so that's different. That's
Vikings were gay as shit, huh?
different. Yeah, I mean, you're on a boat. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Like, you can only fuck the bunghole of that, of like the bung of the, the barrel so many times.
You gotta make someone your bait on that.
Eso mismo. It says it somewhere in a book. And they all read that book. But yeah, fucking, I don't know. I mean, he was gay. And I've known other, maybe myself. No, you never know. So maybe there's other people out there that, yeah,
are questioning.
But if you are pushing the concept on it's like the vaccination. It's the same conversation of the vaccine. It's like same exact thing. It's like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna tell me what to do? Like, I'm the legal guardian of my child, and you're gonna tell me what's. That's the thing. You're a guardian.
Yeah.
They never said you're legal dictator. They never said legal. It's like you shouldn't be making those choices unless, even if the kid wanted to.
Yeah.
Once I think that at that point you shouldn't fund it.
Mhm.
But if your kid really wanted it, then he's gonna live with his fucking decision. But
Yeah.
you think like that's what I keep saying. People don't want to critically think anymore.
Yeah.
They don't want to, and they also don't want accountability. A lot of people don't. And I feel like an old person.
It's not just like critically think. It's because it feels dangerous. It like it feels like you're I don't know, gonna be painted in a bad light. Like
Mhm.
you're not, because you're not trying to be mean. You're just trying to like genuinely think about this in the best way that you can, given like considering all things, and then coming out with the conclusion and being honest about that conclusion, as opposed to just feeling or how do they call it, like read the room, or
Mhm.
you read the room and you're just like, okay, well, if everybody thinks this way, then I gotta fit in, and I also have to think that way.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't want conflicts, man. Like, I'm just here to work. It's an example at work. I'm just here to work, or I'm just here at this kid's party. Like, I'm just trying to hang out, man. Like, I don't want to know you. That like, if maybe I don't want to know you that deep. I don't want to get into it with you. I don't really know you like that. I don't think I really want to know you like that. So why get into it? We're at a party. We're at a social event. Like,
Yeah.
why not have better conversations with people?
Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah.
Like everybody wants to make a point too. Everybody wants to defend their point.
Mm-hmm.
That changes. That changes the dynamic.
Yeah. And that's okay. That's okay. Defend your point. Like you should encourage them to defend their point. And but if it doesn't make sense to you, then they should keep trying to figure out how to defend it in a way where it makes sense.
And if they want to.
If they want, yeah.
It's all because you want to. You're like, we're not politicians. Even if we were politicians, we still, imagine you're trying to push a bill or whatever the fuck, you're trying to push a law, whatever, I don't care. But you have to sell it to someone.
Yeah.
That's why it's like buy off. It's like you give it to a third party so they can check it out before they say, yeah, that's it. It's like, you got to have somebody check your work. You can't just do it all and be all right. You need a second.
Yeah, you have to be able to feel free to express what your ideas or your feelings are.
But this is the thing,
so that they could be either struck down and then maybe they convince you otherwise, but
yeah,
or at least put them out there so that others can either confirm or deny. This is the only way that you kind of like try to validate that everybody is in the same reality. Like, are you and I kind of like the same? Do we kind of are we capable of coming to the same conclusion at some point, given certain baseline foundational values?
Hear me out. I've had this conversation before. It's interesting. I think that sometimes you need to know when to say fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
You need to learn how to let go in those moments. And you have to weigh it out and be like, is this gonna matter in 30 years?
Yeah.
It's gonna be in 20. It's like there's a lot of regret that people feel in those conversations because if you don't know how to take that advice, or you don't know how to like feedback, like constructive feedback, or even like from saying your political opinion, somebody having a different one, and then like they can't just exchange ideas and move forward. They can't discuss an idea properly and move forward. It's not, fuck, this is really gonna drill it in. Dylan.
Yeah.
All right.
Dylan.
Yo. Those days that even at work, we learned something that we can have extremely different opinions about a certain problem or a thing and continue to work like that.
Mm-hmm.
We found that really early, where I was in band with Dylan. Think about that. I had, damn, it's gonna sound gay. But he was the first, like, there's like 4 or 5 bass drums, and they're all different size. And it starts off with first to fifth, and the fifth is a gigantic one that you carry on your chest for marching band.
Mm-hmm.
And you go down lower to the first bass, which is really small, but it has it changes, like it goes up in pitch from the big to the small. Could you imagine? And I had the second bass, and we maintained that. You know how many times we've argued in 100-degree heat after it rained in a muggy ass no wind day? After, like, this is band camp, and we learned that we hung Dylan from his underwear once from a his drum line, bro. It's just dumb as. I think they put Dylan, either both of us. They put me in the case of where like the tenors, like those. It's like a big ass drum or multiple drums, like the size of this table. They put me in a case and they strapped me into it, and it was like hazing, whatever. But we would even have arguments about that, like why we're getting hazed in the first place.
Yeah.
And we would come up to a good conclusion and move forward. But like even with politics, we're feeling like we like yell at each other. Even right now, he sits behind me now.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy, bro. He's a senior level. My dog. He sits behind me and we have arguments about shit.
Yeah.
Like, for example, he likes Café Bustelo. I like Café Llave.
Uh-huh.
Everybody knows Café Llave is superior to Café Bustelo. You heard it here first, Jesus Christ. You heard it here first, folks. No, you haven't. Nah. Everywhere, everybody knows that Café Llave is better than Bustelo. But he loves Bustelo. And that's a fucking problem. And he needs to know. And that's the type of shit we argue about.
Uh-huh.
And it gets deeper, like which motor, which drive, is a drive compatible with the same parameters? And I'd be like, no, the fuck it's not. And then he'd prove me wrong. Or like, like there's like shit that,
yes, bro.
and then we make, like, it works. The relationship continues. And even if we've argued about shit in person, the relationship continues. We've had huge arguments.
Yeah.
Because we are understanding. And a lot of my friends are like that, at least. Maybe because you kind of facilitate it into the friendship, I think. It's something that I encourage people to do with each other.
Like, have arguments, but healthy ones. Like,
discussion. How Anna calls it, it's a discussion. I don't know.
I think, I feel like it's more of a conversation. I don't know what the difference is between discussion and conversation, but conversation sounds chiller. Like, it doesn't have to get that serious, man.
Yeah, for real.
I'm just trying to gauge you and I'm trying to, open myself up to you.
Yeah. I mean, a discussion is like when you talk about politics at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
At first, it starts off as a discussion.
Why is it always at Thanksgiving?
Because I mean, think about the.
But it is just a beautiful thing. Like what it turned out, like the end product is it's pretty wholesome.
Pillaging.
It's like, no, it's literally like one of our own, like last, like American, like truly American tradition that is ours, that we all like understand that is important to, at least once a year to get together with all of your family.
that aspect
and
is
share a
great.
feast. Yeah.
That's great. I love. That's why.
Like that's what we got out of it. Like yeah, like we could think of like and linger
What
on the
actually
negative
happened, yeah.
aspects of everything that happened.
Yeah.
But like if you just look at the product of it, like you could at least be proud of the product.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
The product.
Yeah.
Like
It might have came out of shit.
Yeah.
But
we won't talk about
man, it's a good product.
that. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I mean,
And
Black Friday is a holiday at this point.
Yeah. But before I up your point, but
What's up?
talking politics at Thanksgiving
Oh yeah.
or the discussion thing or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, like you starts off as a discussion, but depending on how you receive the feedback, you know, and how you receive your audience and how they receive you, you can get into some shit. You can go from a discussion to an argument.
Mm-hmm.
And then at that point, a disagreement, and like it's not being able to deal with disagreements.
Mm-hmm.
But that baby that's having a tantrum,
Yeah.
and that's that. You throw a tantrum. That's why people blow up, because they're kind of throwing it like they didn't get their way, they didn't get what they want. They start throwing shit and punching shit. It's like, but yeah, you don't want to get it to that level, and people are capable of that.
Yeah.
Like,
but why do we get to that level? Like what like why what makes someone get to that level?
I mean, we all
like
know
it
we all
gets to
been there.
emotion, right? Like
Yeah.
like people that get emotional, that's when shit hits the fan, right?
Yeah, I know, but it goes. I think it's that too. It's like because I get at work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hate relating it to work. You see what I mean? At work, there are moments that I'm like, I'm tired, I'm blah, I don't want to do shit today or whatever, and it's like 5:30, and it's like a change that they want to make, and I don't want to go home, and I can't validate it.
Mm-hmm.
But like the emotions are like, stay, get it done, and then I can't line up with that, so I get pissed. I'm like, I don't want to stay. Like somebody has to take on this task because this is the boundary that I'm setting with this company.
Mm-hmm.
And now they'll get more and more and more and more and more nonstop. So you have to know how to say, yeah, goodbye. No more. Yeah. I forgot what I was saying. That's some strong ass shit, man. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, the religion thing and the politics conversation.
Religion?
No, the politics conversation at the Thanksgiving table.
It's like, damn, you want to get into religion, man?
But they throw a tantrum, and then people don't know how to de-escalate.
Like emotion plays a huge part of it. And
absolutely.
It might. I don't know. It might play the only part. I don't think what else would drive someone to act so irrationally if it wasn't for emotion.
Money.
In what sense?
Yeah, but it's still emotion. It still goes back to that.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're tied on something and somebody's like abusing on your money.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna go fucking down.
Yeah.
But
I'm like, I feel like I'm starting a war against emotion. Like we've been taught for the vast majority of I don't know what, like the last 10 years or so, that we need to be more in touch with our emotions.
Yeah. Soft men.
Well, I don't know. Maybe there is some benefit to that for some people. That's fine. Especially we're all different, but it's also okay to not take your emotions into account.
Yeah.
Like that's also okay. It's okay to do that. Sometimes, a lot of the times, I would argue most of the time, it's preferable if you just left the emotions out of it.
Especially at work.
Yeah.
I leave my heart at home. I used to work at a. Is it normal that it doesn't flip side to side?
Shit. Yeah. I think it is, right?
Hello. Okay, now it's flipping. I didn't see it flipping back. Oh, that thing. I forgot. Fuck. ADHD was bad.
ADHD? Well, I mean, ADHD, ADD, one makes you hyper-focused, the other one makes you
I don't even know anymore, bro.
Yeah, I don't think anybody knows. I think we're all being diagnosed with bullshit, dude. I don't think we really understand what's going on.
Yeah, I think we're just dumb.
I think we were made dumb. I think we were like kind of programmed to be dumb.
It's only been how many years since we like started thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Like how
just
many? Like
just a blip
not that long.
in time.
Not that long compared to how long the human race has been a thing.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We're
Yeah,
just
it makes me
fucking.
sometimes think that, like, okay, if God did create the universe or whatever, and we're just like this, like, little, like, this weird thing, this weird anomaly that happened at some point, like, and then God, we could just die for whatever reason, but for some reason he decided to send his son to this little speck, this anomaly that just fucking like, oh shit,
Fucking A.
all right, well, they kind of have something like of me. They have, like, I kind of see myself in them a little. What the fuck? Where did this come from? Or maybe he did it intentionally. It's possible. I don't know. I think God has also evolved over time. But he sees us, and then he sends, like, in my mind, he sends his son being something that we share, that the son, or like our offspring, is the most number one thing that we value. So he sends his son, and he like tortures him and sacrifices him, and to be able to do everything else, that whatever the theology that you believe in. But it's wild that we're alive. It's wild that we're having this conversation in my mind.
It is.
It's so wild. It's so improbable. It's so like
Dude, yeah. The Goldilocks zone.
Oh yeah, the Goldilocks zone. Yeah,
That's where we're at, bro.
yeah. But even the Goldilocks zone, there's so many other planets within the Goldilocks zone, and
But if you
we
really
have no
look at it,
proofs that shit's going down over
they
there.
have proof.
They have proof of what? Life?
No, not life. Hell no.
That's what I'm talking
We
about.
have
Not just
proof.
life. I mean, there's life, and
We
then
have
there's
proof
us.
of the Goldilocks zone. We have proof.
Of what?
Like what brought us to the gold? How were we made in the Goldilocks zone?
Oh yeah. I mean, but so
evidence.
that's
We have
still
evidence.
even that, like, our concept of trying to understand how we were made within the Goldilocks zone, like what the foundational, like, fucking atom,
That thing.
chemistry table. What's that called?
Periodic table.
Elements.
Yeah.
What elements comprise our physics and all that shit? Like, okay, we could go that far to the point where we can kind of define what it takes for us to exist, to be able to exist. But how after that, how far can we take it to where we go before even Earth was formed, before even like the sun was even born?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was, and that's still a speck in all the time, and to be able to go back. And how do we get to that conclusion?
That's why it's like you're never gonna know if we're the only species on this universe.
Yeah.
At least like not us, but just intelligent, quote unquote, intelligent life
Mm-hmm.
throughout the universe. It's like how do you know? Like,
Yeah. But at the very least,
how many
even-
Goldilocks zone?
well, it's still an anomaly. Even if we're just taking our solar system into account, it's still an anomaly that 1 out of 8 planets has like vibrant life on it. Like, I think that still is something of significance, and that in itself should be a win that we should be proud of. And then we expand that to the galaxy, and then we expand that to more and more, and over time, and then like shit just gets wild real fucking quick. To me, it's still so impossible that we exist, and I'm starting to feel that. I'm starting to feel the weight of that.
Mhm.
That like I think we should have some respect for that. That sort of a bit of respect for ourselves, and try to feel that interconnection between all of us. That us as a collective, we're worth something. We are something to be fought for. You know.
Brings the nuclear conversation.
Yeah, the nuclear, back to
It
the
always
nuclear.
comes up, bro.
The fucking dude, nuclear. Do you know that aliens weren't like spotted until after we dropped bombs in Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Like, these random encounters with aliens, they were never documented until we dropped those 2 bombs.
Interesting. Probably because we're more aware of what can happen the way back.
Or whoever's watching us is aware that, oh, they could kill themselves. Holy shit. We need to look into this.
And that's why I think that 3, like, I really want to check, because now that Facebook like that post really fucked me up about the 3 Atlas, 3A Atlas.
Yeah. Have you
It-
watched the Rogan episode where he talks with this expert? I forget his name, but this expert on that comment. Like they go deep into it. I think, given your concern about it, I think you'll really enjoy it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy because you can't get a fucking clear picture of a thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, that's how far it is, and we're making so many assumptions. And I get the whole planetary and the systems and the how we have so many telescopes around the world, and how they all communicate to produce an image. And then we have the James Webb, and then you have the Hubble. It's like you have all this technology, and we still can't see this thing properly.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck can we study it? Like, I get it. Yeah, you can study the light and the waves to see how far it is.
Yeah.
But how are you gonna tell me that we have that clear of a picture of this comet enough to make an assumption?
Mm-hmm.
We have no clue what this thing is. This
Yeah.
could be that alien, like how they wiped out the dinosaurs. It could be something saying, all right. But then you would think, why the fuck would they send another asteroid like how they did to the dinosaurs if the dinosaurs probably weren't killing themselves? Which is why, yeah. Yeah, and then, like, they weren't building AI that's gonna wipe off whatever, like, what is gonna kill people.
Replace them?
They weren't building nuclear weapons, so why would they get
Yeah.
the bomb, the reset,
Mhm.
Maybe they were
Yeah.
like, damn, these fucking these creatures are crazy looking. We gotta.
Exactly. But these creatures were alive, but were they conscious? Like maybe because they were around for a lot longer than we've been around. We've been around for such a short amount of time that you can even compare to dinosaurs. Dinosaurs have been around for so much longer than we've been in existence. So this is why to me it feels so like this is why I'm gravitating towards God. At least one of the reasons why I'm gravitating towards God is that like there is this spark of the divine in each and every single one of us, and Christ dying on the cross is kind of like the thing that made that true to everybody. Everyone who's a Christian understands that every single person that is alive has a soul, and they are equal to each and every single one of us, including babies that get aborted. And
dinosaurs.
And dinosaurs. Well, no, that's the thing. Dinosaurs don't count. Like
Why
we
not?
are an anomaly. Because that this is when we get into that conversation of what is consciousness, and that will take us who the knows where, because that is a complicated question. But we know that at the very least, from our understanding, from our perspective, we are at the peak of at the very least of what we understand what consciousness is.
What do you think consciousness is?
God.
It's good shit. Yeah, because somebody asked me, like, well, what do you think about God? And I was like, I think God is just a higher consciousness. That's how that's what I think.
Yeah.
I think that if there was a higher consciousness, how? I mean, you got to think how.
Yeah.
We're just little creatures that evolved from something. But you got to also think, how did we get to that first creature?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you have comets. Okay, comets, asteroids, whatever the fuck. Where did that come from? I want to know where the fuck that came from, because now we know. Well, we will know.
Yeah.
How to backtrack and be like, all right, we got to get there, wherever the fuck they came from, because that has the most. And then how the hell did that thing travel through space and time to get to us now? It's probably the water bear and whatever, and like probably some bacterias and things evolved and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It's like, but that first one.
Yeah.
So clearly something hit us. Clearly something not hit us, but when Earth was still a thing, and like how like the moon and the Earth hit at one point or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever hit Earth came with life.
Yeah. That is a credible theory. At least in my mind, it feels like a very credible theory.
Yeah, because I mean, unless it came from nothing, and unless it was some crazy evolution of like an algae or something that came up, but that still needed to come from somewhere. There was like, unless just water naturally, but that's the thing. It's like it had to come from somewhere, even if it was frozen under. It's still some chemical change happened where a being with a very intelligent like microbiome or just biome or whatever it's called was enough to build itself into this what we are now.
Yeah.
And then all of those things all those cells in our body have to work together to stay in that physical shape, a very predictable shape, create brain matter out of some type of evolutionary fucking
Ensure that we reproduce.
sure that we
Like
reduce.
hardwire that into.
That's every animal though.
Yeah.
Every animal has that shit hardwired, especially especially dogs.
Yeah.
And fucking rabbits and shit.
Yeah. But it has to be hardwired.
It's like you need to reproduce, you need to survive.
Yeah.
That's
Why
like
is that hardwiring? Like, why is that the standard?
Yeah, there was a conversation. I hate bringing him up, but Neil deGrasse Tyson with Star Talk, and they have that conversation with like why we live a certain amount of time. You guys really, really big into like these type of concepts.
Mm-hmm.
But the why part, that's what he asked why. It's like, why do we need to live? To go to reproduce, and why do we need to reproduce? And then like he goes in from there. I think it was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a really good, but like my thoughts is like we need to live to do the same function that a honeybee would. But they have a society's gates or rules that are like we are born into and we follow.
Mm-hmm.
Like a honeybee would, and that's all they know: protect the queen, feed the hive, and hive mentality. Sacrifice yourself if needed. All the things that a bee does, we do that. We're born. We don't have to work. We can live in the jungle.
Mm-hmm.
We work because it's taught.
Yeah.
Just like being.
And it's easy.
Okay.
It's easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's easy. Yeah, it's easier.
Wow,
what we're doing now is a lot easier than being like a mountain man right now.
Yeah, it's like yeah, we don't. I mean, look at the Amish. They live pretty cool. They live in a really cool way.
And a lot, I hear a lot that they're happy. A lot of them.
That's interesting. See, that's an interesting take. It's like, yeah, damn, is that the heavy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, when I first saw this photo, it did something to me.
I thought it was trees
like
this whole time.
I always see like trees.
Yeah.
You thought they were trees?
Oh, they were trees. It looks like trees. Like if you were like in a more like I don't know, like when that caterpillar consumes the shit out of all the leaves, and it just looks like the shell of each leaf, like the frame of each leaf, and then the trees are left like that, like from an infestation.
Yeah.
And then you have a foggy morning. Bam. And then it hit me right now. Those are rocket engines.
Those are heavies.
Damn, big bitch. That's a big ass bitch.
It made me sad that they don't really fly that one. They went straight to Star. I mean, Starship is still like science fiction, but I really like that. I really enjoyed seeing the Falcon Heavy launches.
You saw the launch?
Yeah.
On the TV or in person?
On the TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta do it in person, bro.
Yeah.
Isn't it here?
Let's do it.
Down south?
Yeah. Starbase. It's literally called Starbase now. The town is called Starbase. Or the city, I think. It's called Starbase.
And that might be the next step.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Like that, if you ever wanted to feel fulfillment or like have the belief that you are actually propelling the human race forward, like you have that certainty knowing that you are at the frontier of what humanity has to offer right now. Like that, I mean, a salary is nice, but if you work like with that feeling every day, that's fucking tight.
Absolutely.
That's cool as fuck.
That's honestly, if the Space Force were recruiting actively, especially in a draft situation, just believe.
Shout out Space Force.
I'm out this bitch. Doesn't care what the stock price is at. I'm out this bitch. I told myself, I was like, wow, at 420, I'm gonna leave. At 420, I'm gonna leave. And I said that like a year ago. And it was on the floor. And that shit just started to rise. And everybody in my department was like, well, you're not gonna leave? It's at 4:30 now. What are you gonna do? And I was like, hodl. Hodl, bitch.
Hodl. You do have to hodl though. Like it does feel like Tesla is one. It feels like a boat is leaving. Like a boat is leaving from one civilization to another one, in my mind, metaphorically. But I'm thinking like economically. And if you want to get on that boat, you have to secure yourself in certain ways. And I think money, like hard cash, is no longer like a viable option anymore. And it either has to be gold, crypto, or shares in companies.
100%. Yeah, assets.
Well, assets.
Yeah, that's the best way to make. I think, yeah, that's the best. Like, even the employee stock purchase program bullshit.
I mean, that in itself, that's a guaranteed 15%, no matter what.
I have a belief. I don't want to say it on the pod. Okay, so then second half of the year where we're at right now, price always typically historically goes up. I hate saying historically, but it does go up at the second half. And the way I see it, when it gets colder and people want money and people want to have money in their pocket rather than out of their pocket, stock goes down. Second half of the year, stock goes down. First half of the year, stock is down. And then it goes back up right after this first half. Okay, you follow me? So from January to December, it's gonna go up right by November, then or October, not even no less, August-ish. When it starts to get cold in the majority, so you just follow the cold. If cold, and Texas cold. If really Texas cold, don't buy stock. Actually, bullshit. Don't sell stock. And don't buy it with ESPP when it's cold. Because in a bit, that 15% just lost its value. That 15% of your paycheck, if you do 15%, just lost its value. Because at the other second half of the year, the stock is, that you're buying the stock really high. Because right now, that's gonna maintain a high average. And the other half of the year, it's in the fucking hundreds to 200s. And it's like your 15% is gonna go a lot further.
So you're being responsible about this, and you're trying to think about this like in a way that you can measure.
Yeah.
And that's that's the responsible way of going about it. And I think more people should like start thinking about this the way you do. But the way I think about it is right now there are very few companies that are going to be winners out of this AI situation. And when I mean winners, I mean true winners. I mean people that, like, these companies will like probably will replace the government, the U.S. government, or really all governments. All AI will be replacing governments. So whoever like is well, by our definition of legal terms, if you are an owner of that said winner, those ultimate winners, those pure winners in the AI race, then you're gonna be okay. I don't know like how okay, but you're gonna be okay. You're gonna have some resources. But if you don't, then if you have a lot of shit in like bonds or like dollar or like companies that will be replaced by AI, will be consumed by a Tesla, will be consumed by an OpenAI, will be consumed by a Claude. Like, well, they'll probably buy you out, but that still makes the pure winners. more valuable. But yeah, that's how I'm thinking about it. I'm just thinking long term, super long term.
100%. Yeah, super long term, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're already making money from your stock, super long term. But if you're not making, I mean, if you're trying to make long term money with your ESPP and you want to go and you want it to go even further, to me, it's not stock price dependent. I mean, yes, it is technically, but it's not based off of like where the stock can be. It's just based off of the patterns that I've been seeing over the years. And recently I started doing it and it worked out. It's like your money has a time value.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just have less money, right? You just have less money, like you use up more of your money to buy stocks at a higher price. When you get those stocks, when they're awarded, they're not going to be at the highest. You're not going to be making money on that. So I don't know. It's like saying you're giving us to pay. Think of the strategy. Tesla's a money printing machine. That's established, right? Just from the layoffs. I mean, no, just from the layoffs, we're in the billions worth. Think about how that works. Billions, right? Meaning that's how many millions of stock was put back into the company because people getting laid off.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, and it's
like
not
in dollars or amount of shares?
shares.
Billions of shares, individual shares.
And hear me
So
out.
billions
No.
at 433 per share price.
Like billion of total cost.
Oh, billion. Okay. Or worth.
More than that too. But you have to think about those situations. All right, no, I don't think we got to the billions. Not for the recent layoffs. No, it was like in the 600 million almost. And then you have to think, you're giving up 15% of your paycheck. It's like saying, like you're somewhere and just because it's on sale, you buy it. So that's what people are doing. Just because it's on sale, you buy it. Not because you need it, not because it's going to make you money, but you buy it because it's on sale. So yeah, we're buying it at a loss. But if you had just put that money and waited a little bit more, in other words, your second round of VSPP, your money's going to go a lot further. And of course, to remove liability, do this all at your own risk. This may end you. This may make you a lot of money. Whatever it is, I'm not responsible. You do as you please. I've just seen it work out for me, and it takes a little more time, but I also am in a different position. If you're hourly, you better put 15% into that bitch all day. If you're salary, you best make sure, because you're giving up your time for the not, like what is not equivalent in the money that you're receiving. Unless you consider the stock to be more valuable. And yes, that is the case. That may be the case a lot of the times. You may make more money in the long run. You will. You like every stock almost. Not all of them, but the ones that succeed or have plans at least to succeed. And I'm not bashing on anybody's method. ESCP is a great way to get to your 100.
Think about that. That puts us at because we never generally see like the people outside of just like us at work, at home, and maybe once in a while when we go out, there's like other people that are there, but it never really encompasses like how far we are above other people, like most other people. I don't know. How do you think there's? I actually haven't really thought about this. I assume it's just an assumption that there's more homeless, like more very poor people in the U.S. than there are people that in our position.
In our position, no. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of homeless people in the U.S.
Not just homeless people, just like people that are, like, struggling, or at least paycheck to paycheck.
That's a lot of that. There's a lot of that.
Yeah,
paycheck to paycheck is, and those are usually the people with the most. I hate to say it, but those are the people with the most credit card debt.
Yeah.
And then you're stuck in a hole, and it's like
Gen Z has more debt than any generation ever by a lot. By a lot. And they're only getting into more debt. To be able to sustain life as a Gen Zer, especially if you went to college and got a bullshit degree and don't really have a job because you have a bullshit degree, or didn't go to college, or just kind of don't know what the fuck you're doing with life, to survive, they have to. All they're doing is putting everything on a payment plan.
Financial literacy, folks.
Yeah. Like right now,
literacy.
if you want to buy
Peace.
anything, if you want to buy concert tickets or whatever, they always offer a payment plan. So all these people, they buy these concert tickets and sign up for the payment plan, and just think, oh, I'll just pay like monthly for however many months.
That's crazy, man. You shouldn't do that. Don't do it. Like, I'm so happy to teach financial literacy to anybody because it just helps them in the long run.
Dude, I really think so. Like a few people should start a podcast over financial literacy and how they should think about their stock at.
We should just talk about it.
Or just not. Well, the thing is, I'm not a financial, like, I don't feel not comfortable. I just don't feel I don't think I'm competent enough to give any type of advice on this stuff, especially given because I definitely have debt and I need to work on that shit.
But you can interview somebody or bring somebody to the podcast that has that financial background.
Mm-hmm. But I'm saying because you said you would like to teach people how to do that. And obviously that kind of takes time, and it takes feedback and to try to see how you are going to be able to teach people, especially if it is podcast type. And the other reason I say this because Radio, he also is really interested in teaching people like financial literacy.
Yeah.
But like actually like sitting down and trying to figure out a curriculum of how to
like that. I mean, yeah, the curriculums are great. But I was saying, like, financial literacy is much like a lot of other things that you need to learn to fully solidify those topics. And the other thing is that the best financial teacher is your fuck-ups. And that's not a good thing, but like a lot of people need to fuck up in order to realize that they've fucked up and that they need to make a change. It's like people that get a heart attack and I'm seeing that right now. People around me have had a heart attack and they have to, what's the first, they have medication, whatever, but the first thing they do is a huge shift. They need to start eating different. They need to start exercising, and they start doing it because they don't want to lose their lives. Mm-hmm. But it takes that catastrophic, aka getting into a fuck ton of debt, to pick up on, all right, how do I get out of debt? And then how do I make sure I stay out of debt? And like, there's books on it, and there's podcasts, and there's already the tools are out. The tools are out there.
Mm-hmm.
But the people don't want to critically think. And that's where we're back to the beginning, the first topic. Like, you don't want to critically think, then you're gonna get the rewards out of it, which is nothing. It's like I read that book. I mean, it's the strangest read. A lot of people kept telling you go to read Rich Dad Poor Dad. I used to work at the
yeah. I always heard that too.
I used to work at the airport back fucking whenever the hell, 2014, I think. And I just read the whole book. And then I read it kind of again when I was older. And it started to kick. Then it kicked in. It's really hard to teach financial literacy when you're like a teenager, especially if you're not making the type of money that you can do things like buy assets and let the asset, like those you can't do that as a teenager, so you can't practice it. And the same thing with learning controls. You need to have something to practice on to solidify the topic. It's like financial literacy is like that. Like you still need to, you're going to learn it, but you could read a book. You do whatever the fuck you want. Somebody could show you exactly what to do with your own money. But once it happens to you or it directly impacts you, that's when you start to realize, okay, I need to do something about this. Can it be taught? 100%. Like early, yes. You can start talking to your kids, I guess. Like I don't have kids, but you can start having like some type of system where they pay a certain something for whatever, if you or you pay them for doing a certain task, keep the money low, but just the money's flowing, and like make it normalize your kids asking for money, like blue collar. Like right now, what, like outside of Tesla, I've had to ask for money for a service that I provided, and it was so hard, like to get myself, because I don't have a formal contract, I don't have an email with a PO, I don't have a PO system, I don't have any of that shit. So it's just me showing up, and be like, it's gonna be this much, and they're like, what do you mean? Like how, for what? And it's like, it's not them being like, I'm not gonna pay you. It's them being like, there's a system that you gotta follow. You send us an invoice, and then we'll pay the invoice, and then you receive the invoice. We have to have proof of that invoice. It's like, but you need to go through it. Like you need to. That's a tough thing, and like teaching your kids young how to talk about money and bring it into the conversation, I think would be helpful.
It's like politics, except it's more boring.
My parents instilled the fear of God. If I got into credit card debt, they were like, it's like getting a tattoo. That's why I don't have any fucking. I have this little thing it's like a piston on my finger.
Mm-hmm.
My mom nearly passed out. She's like, mi hijo ya se murió. Like that. She's like, get into credit card debt. I fucking dare you. So I'm like, I'm never gonna. Every bill at the airport, if I paid $100 on like that same day, I got paid off. Horrible habit. I still have it to this day. Like weekly, I pay my. It doesn't even make sense, but I pay my. Don't do this. It's a trauma thing. I pay off my credit card weekly, but I'm so blessed to be able to say that. Not everybody can say that in the States.
Yeah.
Especially when they're so deep into the debt.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and it's not just credit card debt. Now you have a house, now you have a car, you have different things. You're still paying off the car. That's still debt. And then people incorrectly call things an asset.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's not an asset until it's putting money in your pocket, type of thing. Robert Kiyosaki or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's his name.
Yep.
Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Easy read. He made that book as easy as possible, and he says a lot of controversial shit, and he also says a lot of things.
What? Hmm? No.
Yeah, like for example, you can, like, how to buy a house. You buy it with your own money and whatever, and there's a way to get the house with the bank's money, and then there's a way to, once you have the house, there's a way to repair it with the bank's money, and then bring it to either a certain level where you can sell it and make that little bit of margin and then move on to the next house, or you kind of like fix it up and then you pull out money from the refinance or the fucking whatever, like you're pulling out money on the house, and then you go buy another house, and you go and you can just continue that process.
So the house more of an investment or more of a store of wealth?
In that sense, it's kind of like at that moment, because it hasn't made you any money, even if you rent it out to tenants. But if you're breaking even, then it's just a store of wealth or an asset. It's like buying stock that doesn't go up or down.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is that there's more risk involved, because you have a water heater, you have a stove, you have liabilities that live inside of that house, of that asset.
Mm-hmm.
And then every bit of that liability pulls away from your asset. But you got to also think it's like a business. Like if you have, your podcast, whatever studio you rent at, it's like you're going to be paying more to make it a better thing, to provide a better product, to blah, 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 blah. It's like you're investing back into the asset from the money that the asset generates, type of thing.
Yeah, but that's assuming that.
But imagine losing money
Mm-hmm.
from the liabilities. It's like, you need to get to that. You read that book, right?
No.
You haven't read it?
No, my dad tried to get me to read it, but I never read it.
Well, the physical copy is, watching people read it is hilarious. Like, it's one of those things you do at home. You don't take it out to the airport.
Really?
But you know how many people, man, would show up and be like, "What are you looking?" And they start asking me about it. I mean, I was young. I didn't know at the time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like random people actually came up to you and
Yeah.
started.
I mean, yeah, like the 2015 era,
Mm.
14, 16, somewhere there.
Mm-hmm.
That a spoon?
The spoon, dog.
What the fuck? That's the wildest snack.
What, really? You've never seen these before?
I never seen a spoon in
I think.
packaging.
Have you ever had one of these?
No, what's that?
Dude.
Yeah.
All right, here's a little piece of Mexico to you. What else? Well, I actually never tried these, but that is top tier candy right there. I put that lollipop up there on the Mount Rushmore of candies. Put that
Damn.
along with the Snickers.
And is it good? Is it really that good?
In terms of like nostalgia provoking and just fucking like pure like damn, like this is tart, this is sweet, and I know I'm gonna get to this like gum at the end. It's like
It's good.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
De la Rosa, shout out De la Rosa. Have you ever watched that TV show that was that telenovela La Virgen de Guadalupe?
La Virgen? No, I'm pretty sure my mom was watching it.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Dude, that show was so huge. It was so huge.
I was like her guilty pleasure.
Why?
No. She doesn't give
No.
her guilty pleasure. Like when you watch a corny show,
Uh-huh.
kind of like Peaky Blinders, you're like, fuck yeah. Oh, I can Peaky Blinders. I'm gonna wear the little fucking hat. Oh, but yeah. You don't have a guilty pleasure?
X following politics.
There's no show that like nothing else, no?
Huh?
There's not like a show out there that you're like, all right.
The podcast shows that talk about politics.
Oh shit. So you're really big into politics.
I'm starting to.
It's crazy how we get older.
Yeah.
At first we don't give a fuck.
But then you realize you're on a sinking ship.
Sinking
ship.
Yeah. I mean,
like a lot of people say that like hyperbolically, but I genuinely feel it, and I think if we talk about it, more people will also genuinely feel it and start to be more conscious at least about what's happening.
yeah. I feel like they should experiment with drugs in school. It's a great transition. I think that would be cool because you could, you know what you don't like when you make it to adulthood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you don't have to try. And I feel like we'd make the next I don't know what the word is. It's like curate or like build.
Mm-hmm.
Like we would make the next Albert Einstein type person with that type of like enlightenment. No, like when your brain. I don't know. This is why I've been dying to do shrooms. It's because I only everybody that's done it. They're always like,
you know what? Hey, you know what? I think shrooms is what kind of like got me to really start thinking about politics.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Honestly, yeah. Just thinking about it, like I never really started to feel like the stakes until after I had shrooms.
Until after you had shrooms. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because shrooms make you feel, well, at least it made me feel the first time, that we are all like quite literally connected to each other. Some way. Like in my mind, I could visualize my connection with you, my connection with Stephen Kirkley, my connection with like some Chinese guy in fucking China, or my connection with some Palestinian being bombed right now. Like it like I felt that connection with everybody.
Like a higher consciousness type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Like there's a reason why I should care for like a little kid that I don't know, even if they don't look like me, or even if they don't speak the same language. Like something inherent inside me tells me Like, I need to protect that.
I want to send you a really cool video that I watched on. It's like a physics. I don't know if they called him. I don't know if they called him a prophet or when you're like really young and you make it to like college early.
Prodigy.
Prodigy. And he goes over
Ted Kaczynski.
like how we're all. It was a TED talk.
Oh no, I said Ted Kaczynski. Do you know who that
no,
is?
no. But he talks about how like we're all connected, and I think you'll like it all starts with like this one thing, and then he goes all the way up to the universe and back.
Mm-hmm.
And like, oh man, I wouldn't do it justice, man. Fuck, I wish you like in the pod. You should probably put the link to this that I'm gonna send you.
Yeah.
But he talks. He's pretty. He goes deep.
Yeah.
He talks about like how was it carbon and a certain form of iron comes from like comets or like from when a star is made.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what that's called. Or a black hole. A black hole collapse.
Mm-hmm.
And that little piece is like the building block. It's inside of the building block of our cells. I don't want let me just stop there. But it comes from somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing, is what I felt and what I thought I could visualize in my brain is the same type of feeling and visualization that I felt like when I could tell the difference between X1, X2, and X3. Is that all the different connections, and then I even started thinking about troubleshooting differently by that point.
Damn.
Is just like see everything as an interconnected system, and then just try to fucking figure out your way out from there. But I felt like that visualization in my head and that connection that I felt with everybody, it's not something that you can measure. There's no way you could prove it. Like it's not provable because it's not something within our scope, within our like capability of understanding. But something within the mushrooms made me feel it.
And why does everybody have that same feeling?
That do mushrooms?
What if
I would also say a lot of religious people have this feeling.
one of my biggest theories that I've like will always hold for some reason and it hasn't been proved otherwise is that we were not my theories, but theories that people have come up with.
Mm-hmm.
And I just so happened to think about it too at one point. I'm not that smart. And like a monkey eating a fuck ton of shrooms.
Yeah, that's a actual theory.
Yeah.
And do you know who Dennis McKenna is? He's like one of the godfathers of like who popularizing mushrooms and psychedelics.
The guy that wears the mushroom hat?
Yeah. Oh well, no, that's Paul Stamets. He's the next version of that. He's like the mushroom leader right now in terms of like studying to the like actual studies into mushrooms.
Mm.
But no, they came. Have you ever heard of the Stone Ape theory?
Stone ape theory?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That mushrooms played a huge part in our evolution of our brains. That as monkeys over time, like the mushrooms started growing outside, like out of this cow dung or whatever, and they would just start eating those mushrooms, and those mushrooms like fucking evolved their brains to be able to start thinking the way that we're thinking right now. Because like right now, it's proved that psilocybin will reconnect neurons in some instances.
Okay, that's where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why aren't we studying that shit? Why aren't we studying that? Why isn't that normalized? Why aren't we trying that when we're younger?
So, like, without getting too, I mean, we could get deep into it if you want, but this is what the war on drugs to me felt like. The war on drugs to me felt like the government realized that psychedelics and mushrooms were starting to wake a lot of people up to a lot of the bullshit that was going on, especially at the time during that hippie era, during Woodstock type era. Like mushrooms and all these psychedelic type drugs were huge and were very popular and were very prevalent, and which started this war on drugs, which meant the government like restrict our access to these types of spiritual feeling type psychedelics.
I'm with you.
Because that would kind of, because obviously it was like fomenting a rebellion within these people, trying to like calling out the atrocities that the government was causing, and realizing that they were lying to us about what they were telling us about Vietnam at the time.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
Very fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I would love to try it whenever. Yeah.
I mean, if you want to try it, allegedly, we can figure out a way to do it, and preferably in a legal way.
Mm-hmm. 100%. Are those
shout
shrooms?
out to all you shroom heads out there.
That's a hell of a, like when people talk about hero doses.
Oh, heroic doses, yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I can't imagine, like, even weed.
Mm-hmm.
I freak out.
Yeah, weed, I can't. I don't think I could do a heroic dose of weed.
I hate the feeling of losing control.
Yeah, that's the main impediment. Actually, I think that's the because that's the same thing with Carla. Is and that was the same thing with me initially too, because I've tried weed a few times before, but I never really got in, like it never really felt right with me. First time I went with my buddy over, and we went on a trip to Vegas, and his family was there, and they were smoking weed at some restaurant or whatever, and they let me have a puff or two, and I felt the effects. I felt like I felt something. I couldn't describe it, but I felt something, and all I was thinking in my head is, I have to stay in control. Like, I cannot make a fool out of myself. Like, this is not about to control like my actions right now. I need to. And then I started breathing in and out really deep. Like, I need to regain control. I am in charge. But and then the next time after that, then it was just like projectile vomit time, and
Fuck.
so I never really had a good experience with weed, really, ever, up until it was just a cool ass day. We went out, me and my buddy Angel. I didn't remember Angel. I think
Mm-hmm.
you guys met, process technician. Y'all met before. You might not remember him, but I do remember y'all meeting. But oh, we just went out to lunch out in Nevada, and then after lunch we went to get cigars. Cigars are like relatively expensive, and I didn't want to get any of the cheap ones. I was like, for this price, I'll fucking try smoking weed a little bit, and trying to see like what the hoopla is about in a like a very low dosage way without any pressures, like social pressures. And since I decided to do it this time, I felt like, well, I'm doing this intentionally, and I just want to do it, and then just kind of just try to feel what it feels like without having to control it. Because you just got to let go. Because that's the main thing about it, is you're kind of letting yourself go to this other way of
Shrooms.
thinking.
How about shrooms, right?
Huh?
How about shrooms or weed?
We too, both. Yeah. Well, with shrooms especially, you have to have an intention, and at least in the way I see it, you definitely have to have some kind of intention before going into it. I mean, you can do it all willy nilly and just to experience it or have fun or whatever, but I think you should have a certain respect for shrooms, or for these types of psychedelics, where like they're not fun drugs. Like yeah, you could have fun with them, but not all the time. You can't control whether or not you're gonna have a good or bad trip. Maybe you could try to figure out a different way of going about it. Like maybe you think you figure out a system to avoid a bad trip, but I don't think you could control that shit. But what you can control are your intentions going into it. And if your intentions are like respectful and are like good, at least to your understanding of what good is, then your intentions are good. Therefore, you are, whether the trip is good or bad, you knew what you were getting yourself into, and you accepted the risk. And now that you went through it, once you're done going through it, because it's tough if you're going through it, you feel so relieved, so clear. So like, it's like you just got done doing something super hard, and now that you're done, you feel stronger for it and kind of proud.
So nice.
Yeah.
I was hooked with the idea of shrooms when I saw some documentary and it was talking about that it repairs neural pathways, and
Mm-hmm.
that got me.
Oh, it helps with depression
Shit.
a lot.
Yeah, it's like I would love to try it for
Mhm.
but I also want to try it for the fun of it.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to go. I don't know. It would be a fun activity to do when you're on shrooms. That's
A
like
music
active.
festival.
Maybe not the Austin ones, but yeah,
Yeah.
music festival.
All right, Alex Perez, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me, man.
This was so much fun. We need to start setting time limits, or else like we'll just keep on going until we fall asleep.
For real.
Hopefully the last like hour and a half was interesting, because maybe we might have lost some steam there, but I don't know. I think it was pretty interesting.
We'll edit it out.
Yeah. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. See ya.